Hello.
Hi. I don't have an intro sheet tonight, but you know what? That's fine. Welcome to Hexbreakers. This is session 6 of probably 10, possibly 11. We'll find out. I'm Emily St. James. This is the Happy Jacks RPG Network. To watch all our previous episodes, go to happyjacks.org/hexbreakers. This is all out of order, but we're having a great time.
You're doing great.
My
That's
name,
amazing.
again, Emily St. James. I'll be your GM for the evening. I play such wonderful characters as Curtis and Curtis and Curtis. Joining me, yeah, Dave.
Dave!
Joining me this evening are my wonderful players, and I'm going to go the other way this time because that's how I roll.
Wow, Curtis shows up and the whole thing changes.
Joey.
Oh Lord. Hi, I'm Joey, and I am playing the daring athlete Chandler Duke, who is definitely the chosen one. Apparently, more so than he thought.
You're the chosen one, it's just the wrong choice.
Story of my life.
Choices.
Riley.
Hey everybody, I'm Riley Silverman and I play Daphne Morgaine, the haughty descendant who has had a lot of emotional trauma lately and is really trying to rise above it. So we'll see how that goes.
Every time you say haughty descendant, I think you're saying haughty descendant.
Oh, that's happening on purpose. That's a little bit of chicory,
Intentional,
cheekiness.
Yeah.
Chicanery.
I think it's intentional by the name of the trope, even.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Haughty.
Haughty descendants.
Hi, everyone. I'm Adam, and I'm playing Tanager Folsom. And they're the firstborn caster, exploring that intersection between native magic and colonizer magic. You know, the Western European style, I suppose.
Yes.
Colonizers.
Yes. And finally.
And I am Kimmy, and I am playing Melody Inkwood with no E in Inkwood, which is very important if you've been following along with the story. I am the offbeat eccentric, and I come from a fairly old, new money type old wizarding family, like American, like a few hundred years old. Nothing like the Morgaines, obviously. But I am from the offshoot family, and I am definitely not normally magically talented, but I have this weird tech magic thing that's happening, and it comes in handy when it works.
Yeah.
And then it's terrible when it doesn't.
It's wonderful and we love it.
Yeah.
We love failure on this show.
Yes.
That's the lesson we learned.
Boy, do we.
Boy,
many times
howdy.
over.
Is the E in or out this week?
Oh, that's a good question. That's your decision.
I think we got we got no E. You
Okay.
know, well, I mean, you can see all realities, so
That's
you can
true.
just choose.
I can just
Oh.
choose.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you could always have your name legally changed at the courthouse. That's a thing you can always do,
Absolutely.
regardless of what universe we're in.
Yes.
We need to do a recap. So, do one of you lovely players wish to do a recap? We just did one for ourselves, but
Yes.
you didn't get to hear it.
I've done it
so.
twice now, and I'm not sure I even remember what I've already said.
That's your job now.
Rambless Recapus.
All right.
I
Let me
feel
see.
I feel like also our recaps are better when it's like volleyball style, where it's like
Yeah.
pass it around. You go,
All right.
your turn. Okay.
Let me see if I can do this. And we were introduced to Chandler, who was currently unconscious on his own obstacle course that he built Witcher style in the outdoor recreational center area of the school during holiday break. And while that was happening, we also found out that Melody you were currently at breakfast, and I think your cousin was maybe giving you a hard time about something, or there was something involved in that. I can't remember what was going on. No, I don't remember. Somebody was talking to you, but I can't remember who.
Yeah, and then that's when my cousin discovered about my crush on you,
Right. Okay.
which was terrible for me.
I was sulking, and not sulking so much as I was just dead tired at a table by
Yeah.
myself. We were asked by the arriving handsome Wendell Parker professor to go back in time a day to charge the unicorn tier so it'll be ready in time that night for the ritual, because he forgot to let us know to do it on time because he was being handsome on vacation.
I want to be clear and say that time magic to this point, as far as Wendell Parker knows, does not exist. And he's like, you kids can figure it out.
That's been his entire
Yeah.
MO the entire
Yes.
season.
Yeah.
It's been, I don't know how we're gonna do this, but you kids have fun doing it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't trust him. That's why that's why Daphne thinks he's a full of crap.
It's inquiry-based instruction. It's
Right.
fine.
It's monster sorcery.
Yeah.
So we
wanted a shirt with
yeah.
that so bad.
Right?
I'm writing it down. I
Yeah,
will
we
remember
gotta
to make
do
that
it.
shirt.
We gotta make
Yeah,
that shirt.
merch
I will
page.
buy it.
Yeah.
it has to be a base like a baseball tee at some point. It feels very scholastic.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So then we try to go back in time a day, but since we had never done it before, and dice don't like us or love us, we can tell. Dice either love or hate us or both. Dice are the I'm sorry that happened to you, but congratulations. role-playing game.
Yes.
We instead traveled back in time to the date of the execution, assassination of Franz Ferdinand, which we inadvertently caused by me accidentally making a punch that was so loud against. But when we went back in time, we saw a Hexbreaker who grabbed Melody's phone. When we chased him down, I went to punch him, and my punch was so magically powerful that it seemed like a grenade was going off.
Oh.
And so that's a lot. Does anybody else want to take over from me at this point? Or am I
Great.
going? Okay, fine. So then we traveled back.
Well, yeah, we got through and we were able to steal the phone back.
Yeah.
And we were able to jump back. And we ended up on, because that time we rolled amazingly.
Yeah.
Like, because when we're in a panic and desperate, we get to use the flight stat, and that's what I do best. And so we managed to come back and land on the day we wanted to. We took over the consciousness of ourselves in the day before we started.
We talked about it for like 15 minutes.
We did. We
I
had
think we're still
opinions.
talking about it. So.
We are a little bit. So let's see. Okay, so you and I, Chandler and Melody, were staying and charging the unicorn tier while Daphne went again to try and reach her mothers who are in prison. And I'm going to let you describe what happened there. So I'll say what happened with the unicorn tears. You say what happened in the prison, because we had our paths diverged at that point for really amazing scenes in separate places.
Right across of it.
Yeah, very. And so at the school, we decided we were going to go to Michelle. There's an M word. I'm sorry, I'm learning the names of my class, so my brain is just full of like 36 little names that just are spinning.
Oh, but Kimmy, I thought we were best friends.
Toaster. I know how toaster works, so that's a go back and listen. That'll be hilarious. So we Chandler and Melody stayed at the school and started charging the unicorn tier, which actually ended up being an incredibly simple spell, but we have to hide it and it gets very, very bright. We decided to try and do this in Michelle's room because we figured if we tried to do it in either of our rooms, someone might come looking for us because we knew the Hexbreakers were after us.
And no one will come looking for Michelle.
Yeah,
Because no one
'cause
cares.
No one, yeah. We should have planned better. So while we're there, Michelle decides to throw a party. And since we're in her room and we're trying to say no, but we can't really say no because it's her room. So she starts throwing a party. It becomes a huge party. And then the evil teacher who's from the British school, but currently teaching at Inkwood, whose name I can't remember.
Professor Karen Joe.
Professor Joe comes in and tries to like break up the party. Chandler brilliantly hid the unicorn tier as a disco ball on the ceiling, like woo. And so she starts to like go for the disco ball. We're not sure if she like knew it was the unicorn tier or if it's just like, I'm gonna ruin this party. Disco ball is
Contraband.
yeah.
She didn't know either.
No, okay. So, she starts to go for it. Chandler tries to stop her with spilling a drink on her, like alcohol. Does not distract her enough. And so she goes reaching for it. So Melody does magic that like does like cartoon hands coming out of the speaker with like music notes on them, and like pushes her out of the room with these and then like she grabs the unicorn tier and goes running. I catch up with Chandler in his obstacle course, which knocks you over again.
Right.
You need
But
to practice the
I'm
obstacle
trying.
Maybe-
That's
maybe
why
make-
I'm doing
Maybe
it.
make a simpler obstacle course first and work your way up to the more
That doesn't make any sense. But
like
yeah.
Par 3 obstacle course.
Yeah, before, so I decided to make copies of the tier
Yes.
and give one to you. I keep one, and I give one to my familiar, my fennec fox named Guy.
And I think that's where we
Guy
stopped,
Fawkes, nice.
right? Like we're hiding in the.
No,
No, I always stop.
we
But
got.
it's where we probably like cut forward and reconvene.
That's right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
in the
Meanwhile, at the castle in Germany, Daphne basically failed to convince anybody possibly ever in this presence of this castle to let her go down into the basement. And then by taking on the form of every actress that Emily could think of that I looked like, eventually convinced somebody to let me go downstairs by convincing them that I would let them be in Reese Witherspoon's next movie that was being filmed there. Went down a Babylon Berlin style elevator, went down to the funicular elevator, went down to the basement where it turned out it was an empty void except for a dragon named Alexandra, who herself is also a prisoner of whoever runs the prison. Found out that my mothers are being held in a sort of extra dimensional prison. They don't know they're in prison. They're experiencing essentially the same happy day over and over again and forgetting where they are. Daphne had a bit of a breakdown because she feels like everybody who loves her is being taken away from her. And the dragon assured her that someone loves her. She doesn't believe the dragon. She promised that she would come back and save the dragon. And then that's kind of where we cut from there. And we came back, and that's where we reconvened. It was supposed to be the next day. Like, time had passed. We did the ritual that activated all the items we've been collecting, that returned Professor Emily Travell, who had been our original professor of transmogrification, who came back, is the partner of Professor Wendell Parker. And we also found out that the man named Curtis that we kept being asked about was the same boy that in the Santa Claus episode was the student who was murdered in Jeff Stapleton's shop class.
This sounds so strange.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry.
Because it is so strange. There's no.
It makes sense in my head.
It's great.
Yeah.
Strange is not bad. The boy, and so he was the boy who was supposed to have died, and he didn't, and so he's the boy who lived. And because he lived, that's why there's so much chaos and confusing things happening. But our cliffhanger was that it turns out that Chandler is actually the chosen one, but not from this timeline. And wherever timeline Professor Travell had been held, that is where things are going to shit because Chandler's not there to be chosen there.
Wow.
That all happened in about 3 hours, folks.
Yeah. What a wonderful time we're having here at Hexbreakers HQ. Tanager,
Yes.
you missed all this.
Yeah.
How
Apparently.
are you getting back to school now that you're coming home from the holidays?
Okay. So I have gotten a ride from my auntie, who is driving me up from Bakersfield, and she's supposed to drop me off at the school.
Okay.
Yeah, not in town, but like she's insisting on taking me actually up to the school because she hasn't been there before.
Okay. Are you allowed to? Now, the school is veiled. You established this. So, is she able to see it at all?
That's a really good question, and I'm glad you asked that. I think, I think it's a problem because she can't see it, and I'm like, no, it's like it's
a
here.
left. Make a left.
Yeah, make a left. Yeah,
no, a left.
Like it's like turn on that road right there. Like there is no road here. Like no, seriously, you just got to turn into the
Just
woods.
dropping off here to walk.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I'm just trying to like convince her to let me out, and I will walk the rest of the way to the school. And
Okay.
yeah.
She doesn't want to just leave you
Yeah.
in the middle of the woods, so she leaves you in town. But fortunately, it's right by where the goat
Yeah.
comes down. So,
Okay.
because I've been dying to work the goat back in,
I
haven't
know,
been
right?
Able to.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, that's yeah. So, no, I think that's fine. Like, I finally just get her to like just drive me back to town, and you can leave me there. And they have a little thing that comes down and picks us up and goes up into the mountains. And so,
How much does your family know about what you're doing at school?
I think my mom knows. But I think my mom is trying to keep the rest of the family from really finding out. She doesn't want them to know what I'm doing because it's like, it's white people magic, and she does not want to be like, I'm letting her go to this like weird prep magic school, and you know, and like it's hard enough to explain magic exists, you know, but then trying to explain like, oh no, it's like it's not even like traditional. It's it's like it's all European magic, and so I think there's this sort of like I'm so proud of you, but also don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
So,
Aw.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's part of the line that teenagers just constantly having to walk is like, I want to tell people about all this cool stuff that I can do now.
Mhm.
And, you know, but she's like sworn to secrecy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
You get on the goat, and Spring is running the controls tonight. And they have an old issue of Us Weekly, and the cover says Taylor Swift, Why She Disappeared. And they appear to be reading it as though Taylor Swift literally disappeared. It is just, at the time, she was just taking a break from being in the spotlight. But Spring thinks that she literally disappeared and is trying to crack this mystery. And they look up and they're like, oh, I wasn't expecting anyone else. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Spring, I'm good.
Yeah, Tanager, you're back.
Yeah.
Cool.
Aren't you early? Is it...
No. No, this is my shift.
Oh,
Yeah. No. If Autumn was here, would you have said, aren't you late?
well, I might have. I don't know if I'd have been that clever.
Yeah, let's get you back up to the school.
Okay, so that conversation's over. Sorry.
Do you ever and like Spring is like Autumn is very like taciturn and shuts
Yeah,
things down, and
yeah.
Spring is just like continuing to talk.
Yeah.
Do you ever just think about how what we think of as reality is like really malleable and not fixed, and like if you just suddenly remembered things differently, it would be like a different thing, but maybe nothing actually changed. Maybe like, what if Autumn wasn't my sibling? What if Autumn was my cousin? You know, wouldn't that
Right.
change things a lot?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it might change some things, but it doesn't have to change everything, right? I mean, like, sometimes your siblings are your cousins, and that's okay. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Now,
I
do
mean-
you know why this woman disappeared?
Taylor Swift,
Yes.
she didn't disappear.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
What?
she's like here now. Well, not like here now, but you know, she
goes to this
exists.
school?
No,
Oh.
no, she's like in Hollywood or something.
Okay. Well, here we are at the top of the goat, and your friends are all off in the clearing somewhere, and I think they are breaking reality. So you should go check in on that.
Oh, guy, yeah, I better go do that. I'll look into that Taylor Swift thing for you, though.
Thank you.
Nah.
I like the idea of Sandra going, yeah, I should go look into that, and then she goes back to her room. I ain't getting involved in all that.
Yeah.
I'm still on
Must be
vacation.
Tuesday.
I'm still on
Yeah.
vacation.
Not
Yeah.
my pig, not my farm.
What are you
Yeah.
going to do? Because at this very moment, they are hearing Professor Emily Travell is rematerializing.
Okay,
Mm.
so I kind of like, sort of like pretend to not be concerned.
Mhm.
You know, like, yeah, it's cool, whatever, bye.
These
and
things
and, like,
happen.
yeah, and then like I round the corner and and I'm like, take a deep breath. And I'm like, and then I bolt running at top speed because that sounds actually like terrible, and my friends are probably going to be in big trouble.
Emily Travell looks at Chandler and says, "You are the chosen one, just not for this universe. They need you where I was." And Tanager runs off.
I'm here. Did we break reality? Are we gonna fix it?
I'm the chosen one.
You don't know
Who are
Chandler
you?
is. Yeah.
I have been here the whole time.
Okay. Well,
You sat in front of me in potions. I lent you a frog.
Well, you know what? In their defense, if it's up in front of you, maybe that's why they all recognize you because he's like back was turned to you, whereas like you were like always looking at her back.
wait, hold on. And then I just grab you by the shoulders and just spin you around. I'm like, oh, maybe.
I don't know how this helps if you sat in front of me, but
Oh, I sat in front of you.
yeah.
Oh, well. And then I turn around and like, eh.
Okay, that's a good point. I didn't realize the flaw until you pointed it out. I was like, oh, that's a clever way to do it. And then I'm like, wait.
Right?
And I was the one who pointed out the flaw to begin with.
Yeah, I don't really remember. But hey, welcome. What did we choose you for?
Oh, it turns out we didn't actually choose him. Turns out a whole
Oh.
other universe chose him.
Oh,
Which makes sense now.
Does it?
Does anything?
No,
Does it?
it really does. Mr. Val, you're back.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Did you realize I was gone?
No, but we were told you were gone.
All right. Well, now that you have the magic, the Hexbreakers will surely be on the rampage. I need to hide. I will be in touch with you as I am available, but they clearly have it out for me as they tried to erase me from the timeline once. But reality is clearly breaking down, she says, gesturing at Chandler. Universes are colliding, everything is overlapping, Taylor Swift is disappearing. These things are happening. It's
That was
important.
real? Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought she was just going to Rhode Island and like take a break from it all.
We can talk about this all day, but perhaps later.
Reputation didn't do that well, and she wanted to like have a little bit. But she came back with like a couple of albums that were really good.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't distract me. This is my name is Emily, and I will be distracted by this if we get started. Let's. So I will be in touch as I can. For now, Wendell and I are going to go and make a plan in private. We're definitely making a plan.
Uh-huh.
But you know
Making
you
something.
said it like you were not making a plan, right? Like you said
You
it like you were
Making
Making
a,
a
trying to
baby.
make an innuendo.
making a plan might be like further down the list than
Yeah,
I'd like,
we
but
thought, yeah.
Wait, what
I
are
know.
you doing?
I know a thing or two about double speak. I'm British.
Also, piece of advice: don't hide in Michelle's room. It's not as secure as you think.
What would they do in the students' room? Gross.
Oh, that's what they were talking about.
Oh, you
So
guys
what
are
have you
all
found
so
out about
pedestrian.
Michelle?
She's
When I left
pretty
the day
cool.
before I disappeared, I said that you should look into Michelle a little bit because is clearly at the center of all of this. And
Okay, but we didn't know you existed like right after
Oh,
that,
that's a
so
good
we wouldn't
point.
remember things you told us to do.
yeah, well, I think we're a little past that now. Michelle's somehow tied up in this, but I think it's more important that we figure out just what the Hexbreakers are after, just who Curtis is, all of this. I think that whatever the Hexbreakers are doing is breaking time, is breaking reality. We need to undo that, and that is why Wendell and I need to go and make a plan.
Can you tell me anything about the place you were, where I'm supposed to go?
Yes, they're capturing and rounding up witches who don't conform with the European tradition and deviate from it in any way, and they're putting them to death.
Oh, that's not cool.
No, it's not.
Okay, so how do I get there?
I don't know. You figured out how to travel between universes. I haven't. You're the experts here.
So are we supposed to go fix that universe? Or fix this
If
universe?
I think if you can get Chandler back there, that will necessarily right things. But I think first you should fix here, because if the timeline keeps jumping around and messing up, and if universes bleed in together, then he might not stay there when you send him back.
Oh, I saw this in a movie one time where people were on a plane and they had to put a mask on, and like there was like a witch that was like, you got to put the mask on your face first, and then you can put it on other people's faces.
Yes.
So was
like
like
that.
the astral plane or the ethereal plane?
That is my question exactly.
It's like all the planes. They all say that.
Weird.
Have you never been on a plane before?
Wait, planes are real.
There's something different than this one, a different plane?
Airplanes.
Yeah, there is an
Oh, like a-
airplane. There's
like-
an airplane, a water plane, an earth plane.
And then the fire plane attacked.
Oh, see.
Oh, airplane.
Oh my
That's
God.
why I dropped my accent for it.
Oh, oh, that was brilliant.
I
Okay,
didn't.
sorry.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that airplanes were a real thing. I thought that was a thing people made up for movies.
No, no, we actually like people fly in them. Like you get in them and it's
We
Like
see them
Brooms.
sometime here.
yeah.
They go above us.
Oh, I thought this was just like metal bird familiars.
No.
No, there's like people in them.
It's technology.
Oh,
Uh,
Are metal birds eating people?
No, you just like You go in and you sit in them, and then they fly to another place, and then you land.
Well, they just use soda machines.
It's for people who don't know about the soda machines and don't
Right.
have brooms. They can't fly on brooms.
Oh.
Yeah.
Their house is
Pretty
so
light.
dirty.
Snow
They're
is
so weird.
Snow is starting to fall, starting to swirl around. It is not unheard of for snow to fall this far north in California, but it is somewhat unusual, and it's falling quite thickly. And Wendell looks up and shakes his head and says, "This is magic in some way." But go on, continue discussing metal bird familiars.
No, we get it. Okay, we gotta fix realities. Okay.
If we fix ours, then like it might stabilize things, and then we can fix his.
That actually makes sense, because if you can see, like, on my cool thing I built, there's the stable platform and there's the moving platforms, and it's easier to jump from the moving platform or from the stable platform to the moving platform than jumping from a moving platform to a moving platform. So if we stabilize this platform, it'll be easier to jump to the next platform.
Has he been like this the whole time?
Everything's been like this the whole time.
It does hit his head quite a few times in that course, so like that might explain a bit of it.
You should have seen when we were discussing whether we were going to take ourselves over or be replicas of ourselves. That was hard.
Oh my god. Okay. Clearly I need to not go away again because you guys get into way too much trouble without me.
Yeah, we don't do anything weird when you're here.
Oh yeah.
I think we just need to like make a flow chart or something. I don't know.
Last time you were here, we met Santa Claus in a Will We Roll Made a Play.
That's true.
I do think that we should get out of here soon because the snow probably means somebody knows we're here who doesn't want us to leave.
All right. Emily and I need to go make a plan. We need to stop saying it that way. Emily and I are going to go make a plan.
Yeah, you are.
There. We are going to
Go
go.
get it.
We're going to go figure out what we're going to do next.
It's
I think
good to have communication between partners and figure out. Sorry,
I think and maybe I'm wrong, but I think I have to smash my phone
Wait, what? Why?
because the Hexbreaker who's after us had it. He took it and he wanted it. And I think it might be, we talked about it a little bit, like part of the time loop or something. Like they steal it and that's how the Hexbreakers get the power to change between times. And I think it's linked to the phone.
Who's not really paying attention to this? You. So in the softly falling
Joey.
snow, there's footprints approaching the four of you. And Professor Travell and Parker have gotten on the broom and have flown off in each other's arms. It's a beautiful heterosexual love story.
Finally.
Finally, the hats get one.
So little representation.
We don't know both those characters is. I'm just saying. It's
Right.
All right. We're going to make this happen. I would like to try to figure out who it is.
Okay.
Which I'm guessing would probably be a brains roll.
Yes, it would be. Are you planning to just like take a look, or are you going to do some sort of magic?
I'm going to take a look. I don't want to
Okay.
do magic in case it draws extra attention. And
Okay, let's just say it's just like a beat a 6.
she says I roll a 4.
Hey, it might
D4.
explode. You never know.
That would be a
No.
1. That's a whole 1. We're off to a great start.
Those footprints, that's probably just a deer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably just a deer that's approaching. Okay, so you were saying, Melody.
So I think that somehow we start this all off. So we have to do something to fix everything and then break the cycle, I think. If we can.
Okay, so we break your phone, and then what?
I don't know. I think that maybe means that they won't be able to get it and then maybe they can't start changing things. But that's why we have to make sure that we fix things before we do that, because then we won't be able to go anywhere either and fix things.
Oh, you break your phone, we just fix it. And suddenly, in the middle of the circle is this tall, thin man who reaches out and tries to grab your phone. Roll like I guess flight would be the way to like just yank it
Yay!
away. He does have the element of surprise, so I'm gonna say it's a 10.
Oh, okay. I don't have time to plan, so I can't.
Yeah.
I always ask that. 5.
Okay.
Can I cast a spell to throw up a sheet of ice between him and her?
Ooh.
Tell me how you are gonna do that.
I think through sheer force of will and magic, so I'm gonna say bronze.
Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna say, let's see, we gotta figure out. There's magic stuff we gotta figure out. Open my PDF. Just feels so good to be here. Right now I'm reading a Terry Pratchett book. Very good.
Oh.
Very good. Now I have to get out of here so I can find my PDF.
I'm ruiner of fun.
You are the ruiner of fun. That's okay though. That's we like you. Okay, so this is going to be come on. This is going to be something that could happen. I'm fine.
Yep.
Could happen, but not naturally. You're doing probably bigger than a person, so it's an ice sheet. So that's an 8. It's going to be in a few minutes, 9. And how many times have you done something like this before?
I think I've done something like this not super often, but I think I've trained in it because it's again
Okay.
being the chosen one doing combat
Okay.
type magic.
Beat a 10
Beat a 10. Okay.
or tie a 10.
Woof. Wait. One of my strengths. I think there's a thing here. Yes, I have gifted. I can spend 1 adversity token to reroll my magic die.
Nice.
We start with 1 token, right?
Well, I rolled the exact same thing, so that is
Okay.
a 10 total.
First,
A 10 total. So you tie. That means you just barely succeed. Tell me how you just barely succeed.
I throw up the wall of ice, but it's pretty thin and is already starting to fracture.
Mhm.
But it is enough time to give Melody a chance to do something, either escape or fly, or it buys her a moment.
I'm gonna say to sort of balance these two out. He does grab your phone, but your ice sheet cuts his arm off.
Oh,
Oh.
Falls to the ground with your phone in it. Weirdly, not a lot of blood, and he staggers a couple steps back and then just like does something, and an arm just like grows out from where that was. But
Good for
that's
that.
gonna take him like 90 seconds. So you've got some time.
I think I scream.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I think I also grab my phone because it's also like my instinctual, oh my god, this will make me safe. But like screaming.
Such a Gen Zer.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I do that in real life too, honestly. It's my safe place. So yeah, I scream and grab my phone. Like that little like oogie like, oh god, is it gonna move and grab me? No, okay, grab it.
So I want to grab my broom like a staff and just like put myself in between him and basically I'm gonna like substitute myself for the crumbling ice sheet.
Okay.
Like physically put myself between him and Melody.
Okay.
And like you gotta come through me,
Okay.
asshole.
So you're not doing anything magic. You're just doing.
Actually, can I I'd like to do a sort of like protection spell of
Okay.
like I feel like I've been learning this in Defense Against Malicious Magic, putting up like a shield, sort of just a magical barrier,
Okay.
and so I'm using my broom to sort of ooh yeah, I do this cool like spinning my broom thing,
Mhm.
and it like turns into a shield.
Okay. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
that could happen, but not naturally. It's bigger than a person. That's an 8. You want it to last a few minutes, so 9. Have you done something like this before?
Yes, in class I have.
Okay, so that's a 10. Beat a 10. What are you rolling on?
Okay. Would this be grit?
Grit sounds good to me.
Yeah. I think grit's the protection
Yeah,
stat. So, okay.
but if you were like, this is
Yeah.
gonna be brains, I would, you know me.
Yeah. Oh, what is that? No. Oh, damn it. Sorry. No, damn it. That is. Oh, wait.
8 plus 1 is 9. Damn it.
Do you have an adversity token?
I don't think I do. I don't think I had any carrying over from last time.
Do you have anything on your character sheet that you could use to bump it up?
Well, I'm already oh wait. Okay, hold on. My guardian strength. So I had the blocker's broom, which gives me the guardian strength, and it lets me roll my magic die for protection, or when I'm trying to protect somebody, or defend somebody else. But if your check fails, you may re-roll the magic die. So
Okay.
come on. That is a 2, which brings me to 9 plus my 1 for grit magic is a 10.
Hey. So again, just
needed that
barely
1 point.
succeed. Just barely succeed. Tell me how you.
Oh
barely
God.
succeed.
Yeah. So I think it's not nearly as strong as I think it is, because I we've practiced this before, but I never did it like in an actual stressful situation, So I think I haven't maybe it was like supposed to go like it's supposed to surround me, but I actually just kind of put it in front of me, so it's not like complete. Yeah.
It's like that. It's like that thing where you feel like the Hexbreaker feels like he should be able to get through this, but he just like can't. It's like he can't time it quite right, but like his hand keeps nipping back. So like, yes, it is not as strong as it should be, but it's strong enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you bought everybody a little more time. He's regrowing his arm. Like, you can get away from this for the moment if you want to.
Everybody run.
Oh, well, okay. And I think I was distracted during that happening because when you asked us who was paying attention to Melody, my thought was that Daphne wasn't paying attention to what she was saying because she was like kind of like crushing and not like listening because all this stuff just happened with like teachers doing stuff, and I think she's like, oh, I have a crush on this girl, let me think about her in like sexy ways, and then I think suddenly everything happened all of a sudden, and I think she's just now snapping back into it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's blood, and there's no blood. There's an arm, and there's a phone, and there's a thing happening with a sheet. And then, as you're running, then suddenly she snaps out. She's a little behind you all now because of that.
This is why when you love someone, you need to make a plan. Like, honestly.
Make a plan.
Okay, so Daphne's a little bit behind. Chandler, what are you up to?
I'm gonna grab the arm. I don't wanna. I'm gonna grab the arm.
Yeah, you can take the arm.
I'm gonna grab the arm.
You can take the arm.
Yep,
it's yours now. You have an arm.
Great. And I'm gonna summon my broom. I'm gonna try to get all the way on the broom.
Okay, that's actually not like that's just you can do that.
I just do
right
that?
away. Yeah,
Sick.
Like, it's your broom. It's like your horse. You know?
Sick. Love it.
Yeah. So you are able to summon your broom, and you have an arm because I like Sam Raimi.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
I mean, we all have arms. So
Yeah. So what are you trying to do with your broom and your arm?
I'm trying to head. Have you already started running, Melody?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna start flying off in the same direction as Melody.
Okay. All right. Is everyone flying or?
I think if I'm behind, I think now that I realize that there's like real danger, I think that while they're running, now I'm going to try to attack the guy.
Okay.
Because he was trying to hurt Melody.
Okay.
And so, and like my friends are like, I think I'm trying to like buy them time to get away faster.
Okay. How do you want to attack?
I think this is like like full on like dueling class type of like I'm just like trying to blast him with like a blast of force to knock him back.
Cool. So could happen not naturally. You're attacking a person, so that's 6. It's instantaneous. So how often have you done something like this?
I think
You're a
fairly often
duelist,
enough from dueling classes, and I also already studied like a dam type class at my previous school, so I already have I think this is like my feeling on Daphne is that her magic, she's very powerful, but where she struggles is like refining it and like controlling it. So when it's like a burst of just pure magical energy, that's where she like really excels because she's not trying to focus it.
What's the famous D&D spell? Magic dart.
Magic missile?
Magic missile.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're magic missiling it. All right.
Yeah.
So you need
Yeah.
to beat a 6.
I love you so much, Emily. I love you so much.
I was thinking Eldritch Blast, but Magic Missile is a little less evil-ish.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just like that was so me.
Yeah.
Like, what's the thing?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
What's
I'm
that
glad
thing that
yeah, I rolled-
everyone knows about D&D?
So I have a 11, including my like modifiers and my magic dice.
Okay, so you really overperform. It's not enough to like send him into space, but tell me like what it looks like and how far you blast him out of the story for the next little bit.
Yeah, I think if because we were already at kind of like close to the top of the hill, because if Tanager had just come up the goat and just came right from where the goat was, so I think that there's probably a ledge or something nearby. I'm kind of imagining like in The Hobbit when they're like there's that tree and like if the eagles hadn't come and they were gonna fallen off the side of that cliff. I think that she just like blasted him and he went like flying over the edge. So he'll have to like I'm sure he's not like dead, but like he's still a magic user, so he probably has to like catching himself, but he has to like reascend the mountain at this point to get back.
Yeah, he's it's the Smash Brothers thing where he goes, but then he respawns. No, no, he
Holy
does.
crap, that was awesome.
Yeah, he falls all the way down to the bottom of the cliff. Don't worry about him.
Why?
Yeah, and then I summon my broom and start following them.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll leave with her.
Okay, but great.
You were supposed to run. The whole point of what I was doing was to get you away safely, and then you sit and watched.
No, I'm
Go!
I'm keeping you safe so you can run.
Why are we yelling? We're all running.
If we're both staying behind to keep the other one safe, then none of us are safe.
Melody's safe. That's the whole point. Melody, we're right behind you.
Where are you headed?
I think I just like blind took off. There was like she's like honestly panicked that she's the cause of all of this by inventing this magic. So I think like for a moment she panicked so much and like wanting to get the phone away from them that she like didn't think about her own safety, like honestly didn't think about her friend's safety or protecting them. It was literally like just get this away from them. So I think she just kind of like bolted probably towards like the school where she thinks there'll be like adults and stuff and people and
More
protect
targets
her.
for the
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, places she can maybe hide. Like she's hoping that she might know the school better than this Hexbreaker.
How closely have you all looked at this like little object you now have that can discern realities, basically, to use Dungeon World terms?
Well, I didn't realize we had it. I thought that Travell and Parker took it.
No, you have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not at all. I have not looked at it at all because I didn't know we had it.
It is like a thing where you're not just immediately going to know how to use it. You'll have to figure that out. That will take some time, but you do have it. So I just wanted to make sure you all knew that.
Okay, so important question. Who has it?
I think you have it. Because I think that like all of us are thinking that you're the one who knows how to use stuff like this, whether you
Oh,
do or
good.
don't. But like,
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I have it and I'm running with it too. I'm double terrified now.
both MacGuffins.
Yes.
it's here though. I
All
got
the
the arm.
MacGuffins. Yeah.
Right.
He's waving with the arm.
Stop.
Is it a thing? I think it's a thing.
You're getting it close to me.
It's gross. Why do you have that?
I like change my flight level so I'm not in the direct path of the arm.
Give me a D4.
Okay. 2.
All right. The arm is not yet spawning a human.
Excellent.
Good.
I
Good.
feel like Joey should be rolling that since he's holding it.
Yeah.
Have we seen how I've been rolling tonight? I don't.
True.
Good dice. We love you
Yeah.
guys.
Remember, mean dice are good for story.
That's fair.
Yes.
If you want a second act tonight.
Yeah. So y'all are you following Melody? Are you going on your own paths or?
I'm definitely following Melody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we stick close to Melody, but like we all kind of stay behind her a little bit, or at least I do.
Mhm.
Yeah. And,
All right.
But I do kind of yell out like, "Where are you going? What's the plan?" And I don't mean that in a sexy way.
We should
Yeah, what is the plan?
go to our usual hiding spot.
What's our usual hiding spot? I don't even know you.
If you say your obstacle course again, I'm gonna say no because we don't want to get knocked out. I think I'm actually trying to get close to Melody as I can. I think I'm like now in like protect mode.
Okay.
Look, there's the empty classroom.
There's a lot of classrooms and they're all empty. It's New Year's Eve. Well, New Year's Day.
It's now New
night.
Year's Day,
It's the
yeah.
night of New Year's Day.
All right, just
Yeah.
follow me, I guess.
I feel like I'm still ahead of you. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if I'm
Yeah.
hearing any
Yeah.
of this conversation.
I think I'm pulling away from you at this point because I'm trying to get to her.
All right, can I roll?
Tell me what you're
All right,
trying to do. I'll tell you.
I'm trying to think of a place that I know will be safe. Like using my family lore of this place.
Mhm.
A place that like maybe even my aunt wouldn't necessarily know about or think of because I don't trust her either right now.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna do a quick look here through, because we had set up some stuff
Can I
in
make
the
a
school.
at the
Yes.
beginning, sure.
Maybe where you have or you store all of the roof holiday lights?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
There's a
Mhm.
space on the roof that we have not really used, but I've been.
Holding it.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can just know about that if you like. That is on the roof, so it's like people could see you there. If you want to find a space that is totally impervious to being seen,
hmm
but also you could just go there.
Okay, well,
Like,
I was hoping to go to where they're stored.
okay.
Like, I guess, yeah, because like, I feel like the storage place, like,
Mhm.
no one's gonna be there for a while because
Right.
all the decorations are still out.
You are not magically concealed, but you will be pretty well hidden.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that wouldn't be outside though, would it?
We had set it up that there is like a kind of open like shed type thing on the roof, but like it is not open.
Okay.
It's just like on the roof and you can get to it from
Okay.
there. So,
Right.
Like an external attic.
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go there because in my mind, like, thank you for the suggestion. That was a great one, Joey. Like we could see pretty much like 360 around it if someone's approaching us.
Yeah.
There's probably a little bit of snow on the roof,
Mhm.
so if someone tries to walk up and sneak up on us again, we'll see them at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping there's only one door to it.
Yep.
Okay.
There's only one door.
Okay.
There's windows on all four walls, but they're small. You know those kind of windows you have at like the top of a basement.
Yeah.
You can just sort of see out. But you don't have 360, but you do have like you can see all sides.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
And it's
yeah.
and I'm hoping it's fairly small. Like we could all fit in it, but not
Mhm.
like a bunch of hidden
you can all,
hexbreakers.
yeah, you can all fit in it, and one other person could. But
Okay.
yeah,
Mhm.
so
Okay.
far as you can tell, no one else is here.
Okay. So I'm gonna slow down.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna like want to say it really quietly.
Mhm.
Okay. So I think we should go decoration shed. I think we should find a code word for it, and that'll just be like our hiding spot. Because I think even my aunt wouldn't really think to look for us there. Anyone have any better ideas? Does it seem okay?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Let's go.
Okay, and we'll call it the Stapleton Shed.
Okay, maybe something like shorter, like
Oh.
the shed.
Well, that tells people. Well, yeah, shed. We perfectly leave the
Maybe we can call it like make out point because that's where people go to make plans.
Oh, but there actually is a make out point, so we don't
right,
wanna, like confuse
but we can
people.
talk about exactly what confuse people.
But what if one of us actually wants to go? Never mind. Yes, that would be fine. We'll just call it the
It's not a
point.
terrible name.
The point. We'll call it the point.
We'll
So
call-
let's go to the point, and we'll be on the point. On point.
Great.
Okay,
Okay.
but we
The-
should do it like split up and like subtle.
Okay, but we need to be careful. Like, one of us needs to stay with you so you're safe.
Well, I mean, we should all watch each other right now, but just like
Oh.
don't all of us fly there right now immediately. Like subtly fly, like
Okay.
casual fly, flying casual.
I'll just list lazily to the left.
Oh, like go a little higher. We're doing a terrible job of this.
If all four of you get there a different way, I'm going to say that you are not spotted, but you need to tell me the different way that you get there. So, Kimmy's apparently flying directly. Melody's flying directly, more or less.
I think I specifically don't want to do that because I have the phone and I'm like paranoid about that. I'm gonna use this thing. Unassuming. I spend 2 adversity tokens to not be seen.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend my 2 adversity tokens to be boring, so nobody notices where I am.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just be flying around school like I'm bored, and then fly behind the shed, and then just don't come out the other side, and I'm so boring nobody notices that I didn't come out the other side of the shed.
You fly right by Leopold Harrington Cates' face, and he's like, Did something just fly by me? I don't think it did. Interesting.
Doing like weird tricks on a skateboard.
Yeah.
The lack of something is more interesting than what was flying by me a moment ago. I'm going to focus on the
Cellophane,
nothing.
You miss the cellophane.
Exactly.
Should have been gone.
Tanager, how do you get to the roof?
I think I'm gonna go like I know there's some like old stairs. Like if you go down into the basement, there's like servant stairs, stairwell kind of thing that goes up top. So I'm gonna go down to go up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Cool. Daphne, how do you get to?
I'm gonna use like a glamour to create just like a silent image of myself, essentially, that like is doing cool tricks and stuff in the air on her broom. That's going the opposite direction of where I'm actually going. So
Yeah.
I'm doing the opposite of what Melody did. Essentially, I'm actually like drawing a lot of attention to myself, but it's not really me. And
Right.
then I'm sneaking to the actual spot.
And that's the kind of magic you'd be familiar with. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think it works because I'm actually not a very good flyer. Like my flight is not one of my better skills, and I think she doesn't like to admit she's a bad flyer. So I think her making herself look like a better flyer for everybody actually helps her rep a little bit. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Chandler, how are you gonna get there?
Chandler's gonna kind of use a combination of creating little like ice platforms to kind of get up the outside of the school and a little bit of parkour because
Parkour.
parkour.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, just don't knock yourself out while you're trying to climb the.
Well,
obstacle
this
course.
is easy. The obstacle course is hard. This is a piece of cake.
All right.
Yeah,
The,
Plus, I've got an extra hand.
the hand attempted to make its own ascent and did not. So just gonna keep rolling. Just
Yeah.
this one of these days, this die is gonna explode, and then this hand's gonna get up to some shit.
It's gonna snap.
Should have said something about that, but I didn't, so I'm not gonna wreck on it.
I got a plan.
So once we're up there, I want to kind of like see if I can summon some of the vines that are on the side of the school and like pull them up and sort of like make them a sort of like camouflage over the shed.
Yeah, you'll have to roll for that, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to do some magic.
You're just like enhancing the vines, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's have that be. It could happen, but not naturally. It's bigger than a person. You probably want this to last like an hour.
Yeah.
Actually, we're gonna make it a day. So,
Yeah.
how often have you done something like this?
I think I've just kind of dabbled with it. I don't
Okay.
think I've done it significantly.
Beat a 12.
A 12. Okay. Is this grit? Because I'm kind of like trying
Sure.
to settle us in.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good to me.
It's gonna be great.
Nothing will ever go wrong.
Nope. Oh, actually, that is phenomenal. 22.
Oh my
Plus
goodness.
my one. Yeah, so
That's so
23
pretty.
actually.
It's a mascot for the Phillies.
I know, right?
Excuse me, the
I
Flyers.
know. I realize I'm saying it. I meant to say Philadelphia Flyers, and I got jumbled.
What are you talking about?
Gritty. Gritty, who's now a character in the story. Thanks to that wonderful
No.
roll. No.
He's one of the Sasquatches.
I was just saying, I think he was one of the Sasquatches.
It's a mascot.
Is he the
for a
orange
sports
one?
team.
Yeah.
The one from John Oliver.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I know who
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Tanager, tell me how this so wildly succeeds.
So I think the vines are more than happy to like stretch a little bit because they've been getting snow, which they were not super excited about. But they sort of come up and sort of form almost a dome around the shed, so that it kind of it's very difficult to see that it's some sort of structure, that it looks like just a it makes it look like it's just a part of the roof next to or under it, instead of like an extra structure on top of the roof.
As long
I know,
as, I'm going to say that because you succeed so wildly, as long as you are within this dome, you will not be perceived.
Okay.
And any magic that is cast by someone other than you four will be deadened.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
Nice.
yeah, if someone finds their way in here, basically.
Yeah.
So you have time while you're in here to think and talk.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, and then I'll just say a little quiet thank you to the vines. And, like, appreciate you. This is like a real solid you're doing for us, and it's really nice. So thanks, vines.
You can sense they're on your side.
Awesome.
Vines on my side.
Yes, it is. Okay, so the vines are going to protect us for a little while, keep us kind of like hidden. So, okay, how do we fix broken reality? Because Mr. Vell and Mr. Parker kind of sounded like we should know that.
Yeah, but they do that a lot. They kind of just go like, "Oh, do a thing," and then they go off and do it, and then they make us do it without
Well,
telling us.
We do
Right.
tend to do the thing they told us to do, so maybe we should stop if they want to stop asking us to do impossible things. But not this though. Like we absolutely need to do this, but maybe going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just give us a little bit of a reminder that even if you're talking to someone else, make sure your mouth is facing your microphone.
Oh, sure.
Just reminding.
Sure.
I think I don't know. I honestly I don't know if they're very good teachers anymore. I feel, but maybe it's like a fate thing where you're like if they talk to us too much, we'll mess it up, and we're supposed to fix it, and they know we fix it. Maybe they're from the future and they know we fix it, and they're worried about messing things. This is very confusing. This is
Well, they said that it has to do with that bloke Cutters, right? And how he's supposed to die
yeah.
and meets his life. But I feel weird about the thing being like, "Oh, you should go make sure this kid dies."
Yeah, and they
Like, that's
also
a
mentioned
weird rule.
that is very. I don't want to. I don't want to make sure someone dies. That seems bad.
That's weird.
They also said we should figure out something about Michelle. But so far she seems like pretty normal, other than she doesn't exist all the time, which is weird.
Well, here's the thing about that I was thinking of is she said that Jeff Stapleton was her shop teacher in Wisconsin, right?
Right?
But Jeff Stapleton, Santa Claus, told us that he found the thing that created his time magic in like the 70s. So how could Michelle be his student if he disappeared and became Santa Claus in the 70s?
Well, if time travel was real, I'd say she like time traveled, but that's not real.
Before we go too far down this path, I don't think he said it
Oh,
was in the 70s.
okay.
Like if I
I-
said that was a misspeak.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
I might be misremembering it. Fair. Okay.
I mean, like,
Then I strike that from the record.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe she was there. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that part. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so like she said that Jeff Stapleton was her teacher.
Yeah, and we
Right.
saw the shop room.
So if the kid who died was also in her class, like maybe that's why she's so much more affected by it, because maybe she was right by when things started going like sideways. So like
Yeah.
she's like right at the cusp of all the changes and fluctuations.
Oh yeah.
What do you remember about what you saw in the other universe shop room?
All I remember is the kid getting his throat slit.
Okay.
Wait,
'Cause there was another pretty key detail that I think may have gotten lost
There
in
was
the
the-
midst of that.
glowing universe in the cabinet,
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
right?
And also there were miniature versions of the three of you and Dante.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh.
Thank you.
Hey.
Oh, you know what? I do remember that, but I thought it was the ones that he'd made.
Hmm. Okay.
So they were different ones.
Okay. There, you were there in
Okay.
that in the scene from the shop room. You were there. Yeah. Whether that was because of Tanager's influence or not, or of Jeff Stapleton's
Yeah.
influence. Yeah.
I think I, as a player, misunderstood what was being described
That's okay.
at the time.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we need to go to the shop and see what's there now. And then maybe maybe there's a universe inside there and we just got to fix that universe. And then that fixes our universe?
Maybe that's my universe.
Maybe. Are you from a tiny place?
No.
Okay.
There's a scream.
Oh.
From inside the school.
Oh.
I just start going towards it.
No, we should wait. I know it sounds awful, but if we're gonna stop things, we can't.
It is not a being murdered scream. It is an oh shit scream. I'll be clear about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I'll do? I think if Melody tells me to stop, I think I will stop.
Mhm.
But I think what I'll do is send Myrtle down to look,
Oh yeah.
and then I'll try to like see through his eyes.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Let's do a spell to do that.
Yeah, it's more powerful than a regular familiar thing. So I think that would probably be, I mean,
You've done it before, though.
yeah. I'm trying to think. I've done it before. I'm trying to think of what I would roll for it. Because would it be flight at the most? But I don't
That
think
sounds good.
because
Yeah.
it's a bird. That's the reason
Yeah,
why I
mean,
thought that.
yeah.
I feel like that's what we did before.
Yeah.
Depends the rules of reality. It's a person or smaller. Actually, is a bird smaller than a book? No.
He's
Uh,
a crow, so he's not like super big. But he's not a
Yeah.
raven. He's a crow. Yeah.
You're gonna roll the last few minutes 9. You've done this before, so you got to beat a 10.
Okay.
His
I
eyes
think-
are smaller than.
I think flight makes sense because not so much because he's a bird, but because it's like a temporary transition of my consciousness. Like it's an astral projection
Yeah.
essentially. Okay, well I did not do well at all. I rolled a 4.
No.
So nothing happened.
Merle doesn't come back.
Can I sense him at all, or does
Yeah,
like
he's alive. He's alive. He just has been captured.
They're looking for us. They're out. They might be trying to draw us out.
Knows all I've got.
Is he alive?
He's for now, but what if I don't go and they hurt him?
Well, can we get him back? What if we teleport him?
I mean, I know Merle's really important to you, but if they capture us, then no one's gonna be free to free your moms.
Unless we protect the phone.
That's why we have to. Yeah, that's why we have to stay here. We can't let them find it.
Melody, you can hear your aunt. You can't hear what she's saying, Isabel.
Okay.
She's talking very loudly to someone. Yeah. She's outside the school talking very loudly. to someone.
Okay.
I'm
Uh, Can I you can keep talking, but
You all can hear this voice, but Melody recognizes it.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's my aunt. That's the principal. What did I be calling?
She's like she's like
She's
the
brain,
yeah.
so-
superintendent, head, whatever.
Okay, this is really weird because like I know we're supposed to stay safe, but like I feel like if things are like people are in trouble, we should go like help. But then are we actually supposed to like just run away and like do magic world fixing stuff?
I have an idea on that.
Can I roll brains real quick
Yeah.
or like a little?
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to just hear what my aunt is saying because I'm trying to figure out who's outside and how many there are.
Do you want to do magical enhancement, or do you want to just roll brains and
Yeah.
see if you can hear?
I think I'm gonna do a magical enhancement.
Because you have done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Go magic-y.
3, 1, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
Need a
no, thank
6.
you.
A 6.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use
Two dice for it.
brains.
Okay.
Shit. Oh, I gotta use those. Oh well. No, you can use one.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you are able to hear your aunt, and she is speaking to no one in particular. She's saying, "What is your business? Go away. This is a house full of children. You have no place here." And you hear the voice of someone you vaguely recognize, whose name Marissa Blammerham, who we've mentioned a couple times, says in her very prim manner, "Isabel, this is a hostile takeover. This is our school now. And is anybody looking out the window? Obviously, it's surrounded by vines, but the vines have been kind enough to leave you little window holes."
I'm looking at the arm.
Okay? Is anybody looking out
no.
the window?
I'd probably be looking out the window because I'm debating whether or not to like bust out and go help
whoever needs help.
One torch goes on in the woods, then another, then another, then another. And if you look around, you can see the whole school has torches all around it.
Can I tell, is this like some kind of magic thing that's happening?
The people holding the torches step forward. It's just people holding torches.
Oh.
Well, I mean, they have like a,
Yeah.
they have
Magic-y.
flame coming out of their
Yeah.
hands, but it's people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So there's wizards and witches ascending in the school.
No.
Actually, roll me a quick brains check.
Okay.
To beat a 6.
Uh,
It's literally just seeing if you remember something.
brains. Oh, hey, I'm not too bad at this. And of course, I rolled a 4 on my D12.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
So,
They seem familiar to you. but
Yeah.
yeah.
There's like people in the woods with torches, and they're like closing in on the school. I think if we don't go, we're gonna get stuck here.
I think so too. How do we get out of here though? They're gonna be watching for us.
Maybe we should use your phone to jump to a different universe so that we can get away,
Yeah.
and then we can find a soda machine and take it to where we need to go.
Before we use the phone to do that, what if we use the arm to create a spell to protect the phone against the guy whose arm it is?
I love this so much.
That is actually very genius, Chandler.
That is so
Yeah.
smart.
That is actually
Super
very
smart.
genius.
How do we do that?
I don't know.
I know how we do that. Okay, so reminder, it's a little bit of an older phone. Okay, so to unlock the phone, you have to use a fingerprint. So if we mess it, like if we use the arm, we can make it so nobody who has this arm or any of this like can unlock the phone. So they'll just never be able to use the magic of it. Because you have to use the apps to use the magic. You can't just point the phone at stuff. So if they're never able to unlock the phone, then they can never ever use the magic in the phone. It's like a paperweight.
Cool.
Chandler nods like a little bit longer than he should have. Like he was following kinda, and it's like I'm gonna keep nodding until someone says something else.
Who's casting this spell? Melody, I assume.
I feel like it needs to be like a joint effort. Like I know there's no rules for that in this system,
yeah,
but I
it's
feel
just-
like there should be like Wiccan, like witch, like coven magic,
Yeah.
like involved in this somehow.
Yeah.
Well, we can roll to see if we can give you a plus something, right? Isn't that like something? We
Oh,
can
is
do
that?
to,
Yeah.
assist
Okay,
you?
cool.
So
Okay.
I think I'll try to like assist you. And what I'm gonna try to do is just kind of like give you an amplifier for your own magic. So I think like the way that I'm gonna do it is like I'm gonna put my hand on you. I'm gonna take my wand. This is like I'm not gonna do it like it's not like flirting. I'm gonna take my wand. I'm gonna put my wand on your head, and it's like me putting a little bit of my own magic, like a charge into you. It's if you're like a magical battery, and I'm giving you a little extra fuel.
I'm gonna give you a +1 for Chandler having had the idea. too.
Okay,
Good.
perfect.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's such a
And-
good idea.
Can I? Because I've done a lot of like protection spells, and this is my thing that I tend to do best. Can I assist in like sort of channel protection magic into it?
Yeah, roll me roll me a grit. You can either just take the automatic success, which will be +1, or you can see if you can beat a 10, just like by how much you can. For every 2 you beat it, I'll give another +1.
Okay, I'm gonna try this.
You can't use magic, just your
okay.
D20.
Okay, that's a 1.
Ooh.
So
Didn't work.
yeah.
What should I roll or do to give her just like a charge of magic?
What's your best stat?
I think it would be fight because I'm giving her energy. I'm giving her just pure energy.
Okay, yeah, cool. So you can either just take the 10 and give her a +1, or you can roll it and see if you can beat it by a certain amount.
I'm gonna take the 10. I think because I want to like. I think that I'm doing it rationally and like
Okay.
patiently and not like rushing to try to get it to her. So
So you have a +1 from Chandler and a +1 from Daphne. So this is something that could naturally happen. Someone could have a fingerprint that doesn't open a phone. It's a book or smaller. That's 2. You want it to be permanent though, so that's 8. And you probably haven't done this before. Does that sound right?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Okay, so you have to beat a 13, but you get 1 from Chandler and 1 from Daphne.
Okay, and I'm gonna make it to like, yeah, okay. So I have to beat a 13. I'm gonna use brains. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then since it's tech magic, I get +3. 13, 14, 15.
Hey. Okay. So, tell me what it looks like.
I feel like like I have to like hold the arm and I'm super grossed out. And I'm like repeat, like you have to put the weird
right, yeah.
unattached thumb like on the thing. And then like it like has like a light, like the phone lights up with like magic-y light and it like envelops the arm and then it just like gets really bright and then like it shoots the arm like away across the room and then it like just goes back to being a phone.
That
Would it-
person will never be able to use that phone.
Would it have been easier to cut off the thumb and just give you the thumb?
Oh,
Why are you so excited to cut things off? Of
I'm
things?
not. I'm just trying to make the best of a
What
bad
is going on
You
in
have
your
to
universe?
use the tools that you're given.
I don't think cutting would be better, but we should probably get out of here now. I think it worked.
I also think we should like maybe get rid of the arm now that we've like done something with it. Like I don't know if we want to keep carrying an arm around.
Plus,
and,
I
like,
don't know if,
keeping it.
like maybe the guy knows where his arm is. I don't know. It seems like
Or what if like his arm being inside the space means
Yeah.
that he's now immune to your wards? Whereas if he's outside the space, he can't come in here.
we should probably
Maybe.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that arm bleeding, by the way?
No. No.
Okay, that's really weird.
Oh, I didn't think about that part. That is weird.
No.
Well, it was cold.
I'm glad it.
No, but just like even cold, it would bleed some. Like it should like be dripping everywhere.
Okay,
Okay.
so I guess we should go through time.
I think before we leave, I
Yes.
do take the arm and kind of like chuck it
Yeah.
outside.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I was gonna burn it. But that works too.
Well, this
Next
way,
week.
there's still a chance for an
Yeah.
arm to come back as a villain at some point.
Good, I
Next
like
week,
that.
the adventures of that arm.
Can I real quick before we go? So Butterfinger, my familiar, regularly like gets up in trees that she can't get down from and all kinds of places because she's a cat. So I have learned how to like teleport her back to me, and I would like to try and see if I can use that spell on Myrtle.
Okay.
And,
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you have done this before,
mhm.
many times before. It's going to be instantaneous. You see, bends the rules of reality, and I mean, it's
Yeah.
a bird, it could fly, but it's it's in so it's you're going to need to beat an 8.
Okay. I feel like this is probably flight, as much
Yeah.
as I would like it to be grit. Come on, this is gonna be great. Oh, does the magic die explode?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so that's 8.
Oh, actually, because you don't need to explode. Once you
Okay.
beat it, you don't explode.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. It's not
So-
like that one game that I can't remember the name of. Savage
Savage
Worlds?
Worlds,
Yeah, Afterworlds, yeah. So basically, I like there's like a little tail feather, like this is kind of like that I pluck or like pluck off of the back of her sweater or whatever, and don't worry, I got it, and then I pull out my wand and I trace a little magic circle in the in the ground, and then drop the feather and say the spell, and a little basically a little swirl of glittery magic comes up, and Merle appears in the circle.
Cool. Merle is now here.
I think if you hadn't, if you were observing Daphne before Merle came back, you would
Yeah.
notice that she was like fighting away tears. Like she was
Yeah.
like trying really hard not to. She didn't want you all to see that she was crying. She like
Yeah.
kept trying to like not show it.
Yeah.
Merle is like tied up, but Merle is fine. You can undo Merle's bonds.
We gotta have him. But,
He's all forgot.
no, it's okay. Butterfinger gets mixed up all the time. Like she's always getting into trouble, aren't you, Butterfinger? You have to meow, Emily. Thank you.
They try to take everything that I care about from me.
Well, then let's get out of here.
Daphne, do you want to ask Merle any questions?
Yeah, I think I would just ask him like, who screamed, what was happening.
I'll give you one for free. If you want more than that, you're gonna have to roll something. Probably. I don't know how you communicate with your bird brains. I suppose.
Okay. I think I would. I've kind of, because of what Tanager already told us about the torches and people arriving, I've kind of pieced that together. So I think I want to know who. I think I want to know like what happened with the initial screaming, like what was going on in that moment.
Yeah. You just see through Merle's eyes just a brief snippet of. It was someone realizing someone was there who shouldn't be there, and they were dressed in the cloaks of the British school.
Okay. And then I'm gonna do another roll to see if he can tell me who captured him.
Okay. Yeah. So roll me. What's your brains?
10.
Yeah. Beat a 6.
Okay. And yeah, I realized, by the way, I should have rolled brains earlier when I was looking through his eyes, because brains are like observing a different space and stuff like that. So in feature reference, I know to roll that. But since I rolled it wrong, I'm standing by my rolls. Okay. I rolled a 5, and I'll use my adversity token to make that a 6.
Okay. So yeah, you can ask Merle another question.
All right. Who was the bastard who took you?
Professor Joe. I mean,
Despite that
I
word
was
myself.
like,
Yeah.
no. I will also say that mixed among the British school uniforms, you saw other cloaks that are now familiar to you of the Hexbreakers, which you now recognize as like just kind of an evolution of the British school style. So,
Interesting.
but yes, you have Merle, you have yourselves, you got rid of the arm. What do you want to do next?
So, where should we go?
It sounds like we've already gone. It sounds like we already do go to that school. So, I think we should.
In which reality, though?
Well, there's only one reality where Jeff Stapleton came from, so we have to figure out
That's right.
which one that was.
Somebody's knocking at the door of the shed. Let me in! Let me in! You recognize Caitlin's voice. Let me in!
Should we trust her?
She's your cousin.
It's gonna be your call.
Ugh, I don't like making calls.
Wait, I want to use magic to try to look through the wall
Okay.
to see if she's alone.
Okay.
So brains. All right.
I'm gonna let me see
yeah.
how the
Yeah, I guess I should ask you what I'm rolling instead of just rolling dice to see. What the heck
let's
of it.
see. You've seen through the wall is there are windows, so it's a 3 plus 5 is 8 and 1. Have you done this before?
I think so.
Okay, let's beat a
Not in
9.
a pervy way.
Beat a
just like-
9. Yeah.
I think if I think someone's sneaking up on me, I'd probably like, who's out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yes. Cool. I got a 10 because I got 6 plus 4. So
Tell me what it looks like when you see through a wall.
I think that it's just like my eyes go white, and I think it's just like where my vision would be in my head. I just see like the outline fade away. It's almost like when a mirror fogs up, and then like as like the mirror clears up. So it's almost like I see fog or like mist appear on the wall, and then as it like clears away, I see what's behind it.
Okay. It's just her. Her arm that she casts with is hanging limp by her side. It is not functional. And tucked in her cloak pocket is her wand has been broken in half, and she has one half of it. It's just her, but you can see coming up the stairs if people are pursuing her. And she's like, I don't know who's in there, but please let me in.
As soon as I see that, I don't even communicate to them yet what happens. I just instinctively open the door and let her in and close it behind her.
Yeah. And yeah, now that they don't know where she's gone because you're safe in this dome.
What's going on down there?
They're everywhere. They were just suddenly everywhere. They were just like holes in the wall, and they just came out of them. And I tried to fight back, and they got me. She's like kind of close to being in shock. Yeah.
You're gonna be okay.
What kind of decorations are up on the roof? Are there like fake?
I thought you were asking Caitlin that.
No. I mean,
What?
also yes. Like
That's a shame your arm's hurt. We actually just had a good arm earlier. It's gone now.
Oh, we should have thrown away the arm.
You never know when you're gonna need a good arm, and then you need it. And you're like, oh, I don't have an arm anymore.
If there are things like fake reindeer or fake things, I want to try to animate those and create.
It's you know, it is not as Christmassy as all that, but there definitely are like lights. There's definitely like wreaths and boughs of holly and things like that. There's stuff up here you could work with if you want to.
Okay, we're gonna try to create an army.
Great. It's a Christmas army,
Oh my
everybody.
god, loving this.
Nutcracker, sweet.
Mm.
Well, it's been fun, y'all. See you later.
Wow.
Yes. Okay. I'm
All
not
right.
sure
And
what.
Melody leaves to another reality.
Yeah.
Okay, Joey. Joey, okay. Joey, okay. Okay, Joe.
Okay.
Joey, okay.
What am I rolling?
I have no leg to stand on because I've been doing that the entire time.
So tell me exactly what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to use the wreaths and maybe the strings of lights and kind of create these.
You're home aloneing.
I'm home aloneing.
Okay.
Kind of
Alright.
home aloneing meets taking. Basically, yeah, home aloneing in combination with like my obstacle course knowledge.
Okay.
I was imagining a Nightmare Before Christmas when like they have the wreaths that have the teeth and stuff. And, like, they eat the
Yeah.
presents. And...
Yeah.
Say we're bending the rules of reality. It's pretty big. So that's 12. How long do you want this to last?
Just long enough for us to get away. So I don't know what the time periods are.
It's a few minutes or 1 hour. Tell me what you
Maybe a
prefer.
few
Probably just a few
minutes.
minutes.
Okay, so that's 13. Have you done anything like this before for like your obstacle course?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be a 13.
Okay. I'm gonna call this. I want to call it brawn, but I don't think it's brawn.
Yeah. I mean, I'll listen to an argument.
I don't think I don't think I can force the will my way through that
I
one.
think it might be grit.
Okay, grid's not terrible.
All right.
We're gonna spend my last adversity token so I can reroll that magic die.
Oh,
Oh
it
yeah, that's a 4.
explodes.
Okay.
So you're up to 8.
11.
11. Does anybody have an adversity token
Yep.
they want to spend?
There you go.
So I could just do 12. Does anybody else have another one?
Oh yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just tell me how you helped out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so because I can also use the vines to who are already my buddies, and so
Mhm.
so they're like helping like move things around as well, and adding to the chaos.
Okay. Daphne, how do you help out?
I think similar to how I helped out Melody earlier, I think I just like added a bit of supercharged magic,
Okay.
like pure magic energy.
Cool. So tell me what this looks like. It just works.
So the wreaths all start coming to life and start forming like little like rabbit traps and things of that nature, ready to fling someone off if they step into them.
Mhm.
The lights are kind of laying dormant and then waiting for someone to kind of cross by them so they can pull a wire across, make them trip. And when if anybody gets too close to the shed, then like the wreaths will form like a body and they'll start doing
Yeah.
wreath things at them.
Right. Perfect. Wonderful.
Nailed it.
Cool. Great. So yeah, you now have an army of Christmas elements. Like everyone is getting sort of held up in that, and Caitlin.
Try
is
to
like,
invade the school, you will wreath what you sow.
Ooh.
Ah.
Yeah, I'll go. It's fine.
No, I liked it. It was good.
Really? Okay.
Caitlin's like,
Maybe we should
okay.
go inside the table with each other.
Yeah, this is a bad combo. Not.
everybody switch seats.
Yeah.
No, Kimmy just learned our names.
I
There's a
know.
seating chart.
There's it 100% works that way.
I know.
Wait, you want where? Who are you? You're not in your seat. You need to be in your seat, and then you raise your hand and ask a question.
Yeah.
Look at name tag Melody.
Caitlin is like they were just rounding students up. I just barely got away, but they were dragging people down to the commons area, and I don't. We need to think
Okay.
of something.
Okay, well, we have to like get out of here, and we've got to fix reality. So, need you to just like take some deep breaths, and like Melody's gonna like teleport us out of here.
Wait, can someone heal her arm so she's not like in a lot of pain physically?
Maybe we should get out of here first. I'm
I'm gonna turn to Tanager. Tanager, okay. I need you to send a text, like a
Okay.
regular, normal text. You
Oh.
need to, all your text threads with kids at the school who
Right.
aren't at the school right now. You need
Yeah.
to warn them not to come back right now because most of them aren't here because of the holidays.
Okay.
It's not magic. Just send a text to tell them
okay.
not to come back.
Okay, I forget. It's like, oh yeah, this is how the kids do it. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
know-
Sorry, the
how do
two
you-
Tell
thumbs.
them, tell
I-
them if they know any friends who don't use
Yeah.
texting to tell them so they don't come
Oh
back
yeah.
either.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And I type that out. Okay. And also don't tell the people who like get messages from owls and stuff.
Oh, while you're doing your texting,
Mhm.
I will open up a compact for makeup and I'll do my mirror communication. Like send a message to the kids in
Nice.
school.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
cool.
All right, and while they're doing that, I'm gonna be trying to figure out how to do the thing.
Don't come to the Jedi Temple. The
right.
Republic has fallen.
Bury that.
Trust in the
Yeah.
Force.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so I usually have like something to anchor me to where we're trying to go.
Mhm.
Now we're just trying to go away. Like,
Okay.
I think I do eventually want to aim for like the shop, but I think I know better than to like try and aim that precisely to a place I've never really been, and I don't have something to like.
Do you have like a happy place that's not school related, like somewhere like you went with your family or something that you would?
I feel
'Cause
like
you were,
we
like, caravan
moved
or something.
around a lot, yeah. So yeah, maybe there's like a place that was like that we stayed for a while. My God, okay, it's gonna be there's like it's not a happy place, but it's like a place I know that these people will never go, and it's a trailer park in Lake Elsinore, Southern California.
Definitely not a happy place.
Yeah, if you live in Lake Elsinore, California, that's okay. So did my
Listen.
family been there.
Listen,
Yeah.
There were
I've been
2
to
weekends
Love
ago.
Lake Elsinore. It's great.
You
I
can't
love it.
swim in it right now
No, you
because
can't.
it's so infested with algae. It's not
Yeah.
safe for humans or animals to be in it.
Most things aren't anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a few months it'll clear up.
Lake Elsinore sounds like
Unlike
one of the
most
most
things, which
beautiful
will not
places.
clear up in a few months.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So I'm using my phone to go to this place that I've been a bunch of times,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like we probably lived there for quite some time
Okay.
while I was being homeschooled,
Okay.
and yeah, I'm not even worried about necessarily traveling to another reality.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm using the magic we learned, but I mean, if we do, that's fine. But that's not my aim. My aim is literally to move to a different place.
Mhm.
Beat a 10.
Okay, I can do that. I think. Hopefully, now I said it. I said it out loud that I would, and it won't happen now. Right, and what did we decide? Flight or brains for these?
Flight.
Flight. Okay,
Either works, but I think in this case, flight.
it'll be
makes the
flight
most
because
sense.
we're running.
We're trying to get away. Yeah.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay.
Ooh.
So yeah, there's a portal that just opens to this unassuming trailer park in Lake Elsinore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do y'all go through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Uh,
kind of like help Caitlin to come with us, like shoulder her.
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay. Caitlin steps through with you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
Portal shuts behind you.
Yeah.
It's beautiful tonight in Riverside County. The
That can't be true.
moon is out. It is the most beautiful night in the existence of humanity. And it is in Riverside County. And it's New Year's Day 2023. And nobody's appreciating it.
Now we're in a Neil Gaiman novel.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yes.
We
Yes.
went from Neil Gaiman to Douglas Adams.
Yeah.
One day. No
So,
one saw it.
so you are in Lake Elsinore, California, in a trailer park, and people are asleep because it's like 2 in the morning. So,
Mhm.
and yeah, you seem to be away from the danger for the time being.
Okay.
We should have gotten Michelle because she could have taken us right to that. Well, too late.
Well, Michelle says there's pop-up places. Maybe she'll pop up here.
So, this is beautiful scenic Lake Elsinore. So, how are we gonna get to the shop from here?
I feel like we might just have to take an airplane.
Okay, I got about like $7.
Oh, I have a whole bunch in my account, and I have like 50 of these bitcoins. I didn't
What?
know I got, and then I have, see, and then I have my account I made, and it's just got like all these zeros.
Melody, you're loaded.
Yeah, that's how I buy the t-shirts I like on the internets.
You have so much money. We could like buy a plane.
So glad that I took wealthy as a status on my thing, and then you just magically have all the money in the world.
Well, the thing is, my money's not actually like real money. It's like,
Well, both of my like bonuses we haven't actually had any use for the entire game.
How's the crypto market in this universe?
yeah.
Well, vampires are pretty
Oh, it's
cool.
not that
so-
good.
No.
It's not that good.
Well, and it's like Tuesday. It's worth $1
I
million.
made that joke in this game already. The
Yeah.
crypto vampire. Okay.
Yeah.
I just like the thought of like
Yeah.
Melody's magic
It's
screwing
hilarious.
over crypto
Yeah.
pros.
Yeah.
Magically, your crypto disappeared into my wallet. How did that
Weird.
happen?
Okay, so we actually could take an airplane.
Like just steal it.
No, we could like buy one, or we could just like buy tickets.
Well,
Wait,
okay.
do you guys have IDs?
Daphne, does your family have a plane? I know that they're not like magic people, but
I think we probably do because I have already established that I have mortal wealth as well as like magic world wealth because
Mhm.
like I think it's ridiculous the idea that magic and there's like no connection between the two worlds.
Yeah.
anyway. So I bet we have something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my moms are also in prison, so I don't know if I have access to the
Sure.
mundane.
Sure.
Like, because it sounds like the rest of my family like staged a coup essentially.
Mhm.
So
okay. Probably you don't, but you definitely have the money.
the only thing I have thought about taking a plane is that there are other people on planes, and if people
Right.
who are like malicious and attacking come after us, we're putting a lot of innocent people in danger. And I saw a movie one time where that happened, and like people ate this food, and like eggs came out of the mouth, and then like balloon men were trying to fly planes, and it was like very weird and scary. And there was like magicians on the plane that were playing guitar and stuff. And I don't want to put people in that situation.
That doesn't
Magicians on a plane. Surely you're joking.
My name's Daphne. I am serious. Don't call me Shirley.
that doesn't make any sense. I think you made that movie up.
No, it didn't make any sense. It was all weird and stuff. So I just figured like a bunch of magic went haywire.
I think you
Like-
probably just didn't understand it.
I like that the movie Airplane is strange and terrifying to Daphne.
Yeah, I think Daphne watched it. I thought that it was like a bunch, like someone's magic was going haywire on the plane. That's why all the weird things happened. Like, oh my god, do you think the Hexbreakers made that movie? That's why all the reality kept changing on it?
That movie doesn't exist. You're making it up.
No, it does. It's called Airport.
No, that's not a movie. That's weird. Okay, so we either have to like go buy airplane tickets or we have to like teleport.
Or we could do the soda machine thing.
Or we have brooms.
I know, but okay, Brooms to Minneapolis or Minnesota or wherever, Michigan.
How far
Also,
can that be? 10
Wisconsin.
miles?
It's like
I've been flying to Germany and back for like weeks, so I don't know what.
oh,
I guess I've been you do soda machines too, but still. You can drink.
I mean, how fast can your brooms fly? Because I've only gotten to like 20 miles an hour.
Oh, you didn't like break your broom so you can fly faster?
No, you can do that.
Yeah.
Break my broom.
You jailbreak brooms? Is that what's happening here?
Maybe. It's like breaking the safety on a lighter, so the flame gets higher.
I can't tell half the time if you guys are just making things up just to screw with me or if you're really that weird. Or both.
I think it might be both.
Okay, because I totally make things up to screw with you guys all the time. Just FYI.
I do think we have established that brooms are a little faster because we actively couldn't use our brooms in the Christmas episode because it would have made the story too easy
Oh, yeah.
to like fly the North Pole. So I think like the bigger concern in character brooms might be like we don't want to attract the Hexbreakers like to see us flying and
Yeah.
follow us. Like that might be the bigger concern.
Yeah.
Well, my concern is too, like, we may have to go. Like, I don't know if we should go to that location in this reality or if we should, like, go to a different reality and then travel there because the Hexbreakers might be waiting for us there in this reality, but maybe not in another reality.
Well,
Kind of like with the Sasquatches and the unicorn tier.
Yeah, I think I know what you're thinking, and I agree with. And I said it too, but I think my concern is that like their whole skiz is like going from reality to reality. So I'm afraid like they might have already thought of that themselves, might be looking for us in other realities as well.
That's possible. It's sort of like there's so many though. It's what's the thing where there's the little ball and you spin the thing and you can win a whole bunch of money.
Twister.
Skip it.
Oh yeah, well the Twister
Nazi.
and the. I think you were right the first time. Twister
Roulette?
with the
Like at the casinos?
yeah on the online casinos where you spin it and then
That's
you.
how we got all your money. You were just
Yeah.
playing gambling in casinos online.
Well, yeah, you just do it and then you do the spell to make it land on the one you wanted, and then that's how it works, right?
Isn't
make
there a
it-
casino in Lake Elsinore?
Yeah.
by
Not
there?
anymore.
No,
They're
there's
out
one
of
in
business
Temecula.
because Melody stole
Yeah.
won so many times the house closed.
Right? I think we
Yeah.
could make it to Pachanga.
How many times has Melody been like stuck in the back room of a casino while trying to figure out how she cheated and they can't figure it
Well,
out?
I think she does it all online. Like it's all online. She didn't actually realize this is a game you could play in real life.
Yeah.
Like she just thought it was like, and then you use the magic. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make a match. You're supposed to make the ball.
I love it.
She's just
I
been
love that you've
cheating
been
at
hacked,
online
but
roulette
no
this whole
idea.
time, having no idea that she's racking up
She's been
millions
playing
of
blackjack.
dollars.
I always get 21. It's actually really easy.
Yeah.
Like, every time you do it, they get happy about it.
And then you can buy the T-shirts you like.
Okay.
God, I wish.
I know. All right, so they're not gonna look for us here. So we can like take a second and regroup, and maybe we can figure out how this thing works.
That's probably a very good idea.
So maybe we should fix Caitlin's arm.
Oh,
I don't know how to do. I hope it doesn't hurt. I'm sorry.
You could just take me to a hospital or something. I think they won't find me in. This is a really beautiful place.
Isn't it strangely appealing?
It
it's
is.
Lake
Especially at
Elsinore.
night. It's nice
Like-
at night.
Like Elsinore. I have to take
I know
someone.
it just sounds pretty.
I have to
doesn't it?
take someone on a date here sometime. She looks over at Daphne.
I kind of look away.
Yeah, we should definitely get
Chandler
you to the
kind of
hospital.
leans in the frame. There's
Like
the Thor
like
lean.
Thor.
All right. Well, let's drop you off at the hospital, and then we'll look around. We'll try and figure out how this thing works, and then see what to do. Hey, let's get us a hotel room.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
No, it's a
Oh, it's like a
hotel.
really big fancy building in like big cities. And like you and your moms go sometimes and like they like give you room service and bubble baths and like all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah. Here. Okay.
Never
Uh,
been to that place.
All right. Give me your credit card number.
Okay. She gives it to you.
I know.
One,
I
two,
know.
Probably, she
34.
probably doesn't have an actual credit card. I feel like it's like a PayPal account.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to be clear, you're all teenagers. It's very hard to rent a room when you're a teenager, but we'll get around that.
Not if
That's
you-
going to be a complication.
Not if you do it online.
Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna call the hotel and say, "This is Daphne Morgan, the mother.
Let's
Credit card? No problem."
There is the Roadway Inn and Suites.
I love
That
this
sounds
is
nice.
It has
accurate.
3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty good for like Elsinore.
Yeah.
Daphne's gonna be so disappointed when she
It's
gets there.
$71 a night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all can swing that.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, we're gonna get that.
That's like 3 T-shirts.
No, but it's fine. You have
But that's a lot of T-shirts.
you have millions of dollars in your account. You can buy as many T-shirts as you want.
But that's
Okay, see
Okay.
that 74? Like you've got like 7 or 8 zeros after that. Like it takes a
Melody,
lot to get
Melody?
there.
I'll buy you 4 T-shirts if you get this room.
no. I mean, I will. But I was just hoping maybe we could find someplace that wasn't 3 T-shirts. Maybe there's a 2 T-shirt room somewhere.
Ooh, Courtyard by Marriott. Those are nice.
Oh, I get points there.
I'm going to say, I'm going to just like really stick my neck out as GM and say that you are able to rent a hotel room online. Like that is a thing
Okay.
you can do without rolling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes.
And we go. For
And also,
the-
I will say, if you as someone who has a Hilton account, if you rent a room online, you can get keyless entry and you just use your phone as your key, so you wouldn't even need to go to the desk and get an ID. And
Yeah.
That's super cool.
But that's
Yeah.
like 5 t-shirts. So
There's not anything extra. This is why the Hilton plan is a good plan. Okay. So like, turns out I've been sponsored by Hilton this whole time.
Right.
That's hot. That's hotty.
Yeah.
Hilton, it's hottie.
All right. So, why don't you go to the hotel? I'll take Caitlin to the hospital, so make sure she's safe. Are you sure you're okay if we leave you at this hospital?
they just broke my arm. I'm calming down. It's fine. I think I would just hold you back if I went with you to wherever. And honestly, don't tell me where you're going, because if they catch up to me, I don't want to know.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Do you
I'll
know
meet
how to
at the
get
hotel.
home after you're done at the hospital? They're gonna call your parents or something,
I
right?
think I have relatives here in this area.
We did for a while. I don't know if anybody has
Well,
come.
Yeah, maybe you could give her your mom's number, and then they can come pick her up, and she can live with them for a bit.
Well, you can just tell your mom where she is, and then your mom can come to her.
Oh, yeah. Are you okay with staying with the Inkwoods with no E?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
family. I know that like our whatever parents and all grandparents and so on have this silly feud, but like you and I, we're family. Your family's my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make sure that they'll treat you really good. They're a little strange. I'm sorry about the iguanas, but like they will love you. They will love you. They will do their best to love you.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I will give them all a hug.
Okay. Yeah.
One hug.
And chew the food very thoroughly.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Hey, don't swallow your food whole while you're there.
That's just a good rule of advice in general.
I think while I'm flying Caitlin to where the hospital is, I'm gonna have a moment with her where I go, Caitlin, I'm meaning to talk to you.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna like it, so I'm sorry.
Mm.
But kind of have feelings for somebody else.
Yeah, Chandler, me too.
Well, I could probably make that happen. I could step aside and just let you and Chandler have it if you're into each other.
Can I ask you an embarrassing question about him? Does he exist?
You know what? It's not that embarrassing because I'm not even sure. He's kind of like Michelle, where it's like
Okay.
sometimes and other times not, and like
All right. Okay. Well, listen. Maybe when all this gets figured out, maybe that might be good. But
yeah, I'll be the bigger woman and I'll step aside because obviously the two of you have like some sort of like really intense magnetic chemistry.
yeah, that's true.
So,
yeah,
and
thank you.
I know when I've been bested by my social bet and just let it happen.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Thank you. I appreciate that.
By the way, you can definitely do better than Leopold, and Chandler's definitely better than Leopold.
Yeah, Leopold's. Ugh. He, like,
Well, I will say he's going through a rough time, and I feel a little bad for him.
he tried to kiss me, and it tasted like licorice jelly beans. I didn't like it.
No, that's not good.
Yeah.
But he is having a rough time at home, and I know that can be hard on people. And sometimes when they're hurting, they hurt other people, and I think that's what's happening with him. I might know a thing or two about that myself.
I wish you luck with my cousin.
I just blush completely and don't respond to it.
Thanks for the ride to the hospital. I'll be sure to give you I'll be sure to give you 5 stars on Uber. And she like laughs like you'll understand that.
I do not. It's actually pronounced the Uber. That was a movie right now. Stuber. It's actually pronounced Stuber.
What a
What a
pull.
pull.
Always ready to come on GI.
The husband of a friend of mine wrote that movie.
Ah.
The More You Know star. All right. Yeah. So
Apparently, Kumail's a husband of a friend of mine, so that makes a lot of sense. The whole circle.
Camille was a friend of mine.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I worked with Camille. Yeah.
Okay.
the
Took care of him on Franklin and Bash.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a sweetheart. He's a great guy.
I'd say we're acquaintances.
Yeah.
Caitlin's at the hospital. So y'all, what are you gonna do now? You have a hotel room.
Okay.
Majestic Lake Elsinore Hotel.
So I am already in the like provided slippers and robe.
I'm gonna let you know there's probably nothing like that at the Roadway Inn in Elsinore.
No, we got them Courtyard by Marriott.
Oh, we did? I thought we did
Yeah.
Roadway Inn. Okay.
No.
I'm at the wrong hotel.
No, I sprang for the Courtyard because
okay.
Melody has so much money. So we
And
got the
yeah.
we got the honeymoon suite,
Okay.
which is like, you know,
Perfect for making plans.
right.
And I feel like you were probably smart enough now that we know about the keyless entry to like use your phone for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Like, I'm gonna use my phone to open the reality.
Oh.
The hotel's gone. Okay.
Okay, so all right, let's figure out how this thing works. What does it look like, by the way? Did you guys describe it last week?
The thing,
Yeah.
not really. It is kind of it's the opal, basically, but it has like changed shade and it's like I think I said it was dark black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, alakazam,
Nothing happens.
abracadabra.
Nothing happens.
Has
That
that
is-
ever worked?
Such a stereotype.
Leviosa.
The whole building burns down.
Yeah.
Levy saw what?
I'm just like saying like magic words I heard.
I don't think that's how this works. I think
magico opium.
Whoa.
Oh, I meant to say like open, but like Latin.
Okay, so yeah, opium's a whole other thing.
Oh yeah, that's a totally different thing.
what is that?
Magico openum.
Well,
Uh,
what if it's not like a thing that opens? Like maybe it's like a power source for traveling through. I don't know. Do we travel with this? Does it fix things? Is it like a band-aid? Is it a battery? Is it a door? Do we know? Do we have the directions still that he wrote?
Well, the directions told us how to make it. Actually, just told us how to charge the stone.
was there like a book or something?
No.
Would I be back yet, or am I still coming back?
You can be back.
Maybe we should just try it. What's the worst that can happen?
I will say that Professor Parker just kind of put his hand on it and pulled his wife out of it. So,
Oh.
like, maybe it's just like a matter of focusing on what you want.
Maybe it's like a Ouija board. Okay, everybody put your fingers on it. Okay.
It is very warm.
And spirits, can anybody hear us say blink twice for yes?
Can you see someone?
What are they supposed to blink?
I blink twice when you say that.
You see, as you're touching the stone, you see shadows of other people just sort of around in the room, just like on the walls.
Oh.
And you intuitively know these are people who are staying in this room in other realities.
Oh.
They
What are
making
those two
plans?
doing?
I think they're making plans.
Oh,
Don't look over there.
You haven't taken magical sex ed?
are they fighting?
They're wrestling. It makes mommy happy. So
Aren't
okay.
you 16 years old? Oh,
Didn't it could look like that?
don't you go on the internet like all the time?
Yeah, maybe that's where we play the roulette.
So
You
do
know,
they.
internet free of porn. Okay. All right. Show me.
She's never turned safe search
Magical internet.
off. Melody's never turned safe search off because she knows the thing you can do.
Right. Show me the reality where what's your name again?
Chandler.
Chandler. Show me the reality where Chandler Bing is the chosen one.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
I don't think his last name is Bing.
Oh.
That's a character from the movie Friends.
Duke. Chandler Duke.
Okay. Show me the reality where Chandler Duke is the chosen one.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Fix our reality.
Okay.
Deus Ex Machina.
I mean, they're always saying like, try the door before you try to lockpick it. So
I like not saying anything. I just start imagining Curtis because I think like I'm thinking not even like necessarily consciously doing it,
Mhm.
like subconsciously, like because Curtis is like the linchpin of it.
Mm.
I'm like kind of picturing him in my mind and like reimagining that scene over and over again of his throat getting cut and stuff like that.
Everybody roll me brains.
Oh, Lord.
Beat a 12.
Nope, not gonna do that.
You know?
I got a 10 on a 10.
Ooh.
Oh, no, wait,
You
I
did
know.
it explodes.
it explodes.
Yeah.
That's
roll me.
right.
Yeah.
3 for me.
I did not. I got a 1 on a 10.
19
Ooh.
Hardcastle.
on a 10.
Nice.
Melody, you know how to use this thing.
I know how to use this thing.
What?
How do I use this?
You
But explain it to us without anyone telling you how.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, you roll.
Oh, sorry.
No, you tell me. I will fill in the gaps, but you tell me like 1 or 2 things you just know are true. But it will be true regardless of what
Sorry.
they are.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, it's okay. All right, so we know it shows us all realities.
Mhm.
So I think the key to it is not you can't focus in on one. You have to like filter.
Mhm.
Like you have to be able to like you continue to see them all, but you have to magically be able to like recognize the one you're looking for.
Yes.
So like if they're all shadows, like you can make like your shadows like in your mind, you can like make them different somehow. So you can be like, oh, if you're talking like how it would look in a movie, like suddenly the ones would be golden for the reality that you were looking at,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And then from once you recognize them, then you can choose because you can choose to interact with them, but you can't interact with all of them. So like once you filter through, you can like if you wanted to pull somebody or if you wanted to go to some place or something like that, that's how it works.
Right.
But you have to stay focused because you can't if you get distracted by a moment by another reality because they're still there. Yeah, good.
It also shows you things that don't belong to this reality. Those like pop up as like bright red flags.
Mm-hmm.
And have you seen the film Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I am ripping off right now? There's an infinitude of universes, obviously. So the ones that like when you saw the shadows on the wall, those are just the ones that are like kind of next door to this universe. The further out you get, the harder it is to do, the more strain it's going to be. And you can't actually use the stone to travel, but you can use it to pinpoint location.
Okay.
So once you know where you want to go, then you have to cast the spell to get there,
Okay.
basically.
Where's the one where we have hot dog hands and we've been in a relationship for 20 years?
With Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
That one's like right there.
Yeah.
You can see that.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, great movie.
Oh, that was
Sorry to
us.
spoil
No,
it.
I'm sorry.
We were making
Yeah,
plans.
we're making plans. Okay. All right.
Is that a reality where Daphne and Melody are kissing? Whoa.
Yeah, it's not. What?
So anyway, okay. So I know how to use it.
Okay.
It's like a filter where you have to like you can see all the realities near us, and then you have to be able to focus on the and recognize the one you want. And then you have to use the phone spell to travel. That's why the Hexbreakers keep trying to take the phone. Because the stone doesn't actually get them there. It just shows them where to go. And that's why my spells kept screwing up when I didn't have the stone, because I didn't have a way to pinpoint the phone spell. Maybe.
By the way, when you touch Chandler, lights up bright red. He doesn't belong to this
Okay.
reality.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely not supposed to be here. So, I mean, I'm glad you're here, because I think we needed you.
Uh-huh.
So, but you can tell that you're not from this reality.
Oh, it's like Peter on Fringe. Okay, I like that.
Sorry, bro.
No, this is good. That
Yeah.
means I'm on track to do what I need to do.
Yeah. And maybe you're supposed to be here right now, even though you're not supposed to be here.
No, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, because fate put me here so I could be ready to go back and do what I need to. This all tracks. This all makes sense. Grandma was right.
Yeah.
It's like Odysseus. Like it wasn't supposed to be necessarily on the islands and stuff, but he had to get to where he's supposed to be, like which is back in Ithaca.
Yeah.
No, it's like Anakin from those old Star Wars movies. and you're like supposed to bring balance.
You're gonna kill children?
But you're like,
oh.
but you bring balance by making everything evil. Maybe.
That's even more confusing than the Greek legend.
Riley's trying to swallow her rage at that fan reading. That's not what it means.
So, but I think this means that I might be able to get us where we're actually supposed to go this time. Like,
Okay.
maybe, hopefully.
All right. So we got the phone and the stone, and now we just gotta go, right?
We have our hotel room. I don't know if we should maybe rest before we go, or just go right away.
Well, the longer we wait, the longer those awful people are going to be at the school.
Yeah.
But it is like 2 a.m, and we have been like spending the last day making a ritual.
I'm just worried that if we're tired, then we're gonna screw up worse. Not that I'm gonna be able to sleep very well, I don't think, but
Okay. All right. Well, let's try to sleep, and then
maybe just a few hours. And yeah, maybe we should like take turns.
Can we cast any sort of like? Is anyone good at casting wards, like things like to keep our room more secure?
yeah, that's kind of like my thing. So I'm doing really good in damn. Okay, so yeah, so I want to like try and do a ward around
Okay.
the room, similar to like
Sure.
similar to the vine stuff, but not like not needing vines to hide us.
Do you remember what I told you to roll on that?
I believe it was a 10.
Yeah, well, that sounds right. Beat a 10.
Okay.
It's a magic spell too. So
Okay. And so I'm using my grit. That is a 2, and that is a 2. Come on, D20. Why did you do this to me? Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's a total of like 4, and I have +1, so that's 5. I rolled a 2 on my D20.
yeah, part of what you had been trying to do, I think, what would have happened if it had succeeded was the soda machines here would have been taken off the network.
Oh.
And now they're just like
Ah.
burr, 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 like
Yeah.
they're like beacons.
Oh.
So now
Yeah.
some
Riverside calls
they
for
don't
8.
necessarily know. They don't necessarily know it's you, but they know someone has like tried to do something that has
Yeah.
caused a magic flare up.
Yeah.
That you can see through the soda machine network quite easily.
Man.
Are the Hexbreakers paying that close of attention to it? Who knows? But
Okay, I think I messed up the soda machine network.
Uh-oh.
We should maybe go ahead and go. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, maybe Santa Claus has some beds we can sleep in.
I don't really feel like being Clay again.
That's like a whole other trip. Like we had to like convince a bunch of unicorns to fly us on school buses to Saturn's workshop. So I feel like that's like as arduous a journey as
Right.
Alright, so I'm gonna Google what was the name of the school, Michelle?
Wausau, she grew up in Wausau, Wisconsin.
Also
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. I can't imagine there's more than one high school there.
There might be. It's actually a pretty large town.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, let's just say that she goes to Wausau East.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna Google it and like just look through like the pictures for like the soda machines
Mm.
and just be like, oh look, okay, there's one in the place with all the tables, the picnic area, and then there's also one outside of this big empty room with circles on the wooden floor. Yes, there are both of those. So we can
That's
go to
the
one of those.
Gym.
Its name is Jim.
No. It's
Oh.
gymnasium.
They play mage ball?
No, they play basketball on it.
Oh. All right. Well, we should probably go.
where do they do their dueling classes?
I don't know, like the cafeteria.
Okay, weird.
Okay.
We don't do dueling classes
So
in normal people high
We're-
school.
We're gonna go out to the vending machine at this very fine establishment,
yes.
and we're gonna travel to gym or cafeteria.
Gym.
Gym. Okay.
You don't have to roll for that.
Okay.
It's on the Soda Machine Network.
Buy a hotel room. It was nice knowing you.
When we get there, I'm gonna unplug the soda machine we just arrived in.
Right?
Nice.
Boy, the students of Wausau, Wisconsin are going to be so upset when the soda is like warm.
Wait, there are no students.
can't
It's
get
New
my
Year's Day.
No, I know, but they're going to get back any day now.
Okay, wait, like.
My squirt is room temperature.
Oh yeah, I guess that the soda machines wouldn't be able to be outside at all. They would have
No.
to be inside.
Yeah, they don't.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I'm from California.
I know. I was
I have to think about these things.
Well,
I
actually,
was gonna say
we
something
got
about
a
the
response from
picnic
audience in the Discord about this,
Yeah.
about how we asked if Alaska
Oh,
even had refrigerators, and they said they actually do have them because you have to regulate the temperature to keep it so
Warmer.
It actually keeps it warmer. So
Yeah.
they could you can. I'm from Ohio. We definitely have outdoor soda machines in places like
Yeah.
if you go to a rest area, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, the machine would still regulate the temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keeping things
So do
warmer.
they have heaters in there?
No.
No, it's just it's the same as
it's
like when
a-
you when you have like thermostat in your house and it like keeps things at a certain temperature.
But they would have to warm it sometimes, so there would have to be some sort of heating mechanism in there. I never thought about
We're
just the,
learning things together.
I think it's the more the
toasters.
I think it's more the machine is insulated from the
Yeah.
outside temperature.
It's like a thermos.
and
but-
regulated inside
But
of
then
it.
there's a glass thing. It can't be that. Okay, never mind. I'm
That's
gonna Google
scary.
this later.
Can a refrigerator keep things hot?
And we thought like the time, like
Time was easy. Thermodynamics is weird.
how an actual soda machine works.
So yeah, you unplug the soda machine here in the gym.
Smart, by the way.
Yeah, you are in a big empty gym in Wausau East High School of Wausau, Wisconsin. There's nobody here.
Yeah.
It's like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely empty. There is not that thing that you just heard is not a person. It's just like a clatter.
I'm gonna rescind my unplugging the machine because I don't think Daphne would know enough about a soda machine to know
Sure.
that's powered by electricity. As
Sure.
much as that's a smart idea for Ravi to think of, Daphne would not have thought of that.
Sure.
But we did pass the test on
Yeah.
soda machines.
Okay,
You
fine,
did
I'll
it.
take it. That's true.
Yeah.
And I feel like
I am
we
in
probably
remedial.
like read a lot about them since we discovered
did
we
a-
can go
yeah.
anywhere in
Yeah,
them.
that's true. I have been using them. You know what?
Yeah. You
I-
did
I
a
did
large
establish
amount of
I've been-
studying on soda machines.
I did establish I've been using them to go back and forth from Germany, so
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
I will go ahead and say that Daphne knows more about that. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Great.
I was just trying to make
Wonderful.
sure I'm mature. I've been giving her too much knowledge about things, and I'm trying to not do that.
It's hard.
You've been hanging
yeah.
out with these folks
Yeah,
for a
right.
while. So,
and they
yeah.
know so much about stuff.
Yeah.
I know about the gym, the building named Gym that has the wood
Right.
floor with the circles.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah.
derail you. I'm
No, you're
sorry.
fine. You're
I had
fine.
a
So
moment
yeah,
of
you're
like-
you're in the
The
gym, and yeah, that was like there. You're in the gym. It's empty. Nothing else is here except a basketball
Okay.
bounces across the floor, across the way.
That seems odd and wrong.
Someone
Yeah.
and it goes up in the air and it goes through the hoop.
And it
Uh,
tells us a little about the dangers of drugs.
I know. We can't see anybody here.
I mean, not as one of you touching the stone.
I feel like I probably haven't taken my hand off of it since
Okay. You
I like
see a shadowy figure that is dribbling the basketball, shooting it. Definitely, probably shouldn't be here at 4 a.m, but
yeah.
also.
Well, it's invisible, but is it red? Is it in our reality or
It's
from our
not,
reality?
it's in whoever this is in their own reality.
Is the basketball visible to us? Oh.
Okay, so
Tanaja, do those things do that normally?
No, they don't.
someone's there and they're in their reality, but the ball is definitely in our reality.
Maybe we should pull them out of their reality and bring them here so we can talk to them.
I don't know, maybe.
Show me basketball boy.
And we can do that. But the figure looks back at you, Melody, and nods, and then goes back to dribbling. You
Well,
wanna-
Yeah, I want to try and reveal.
They see me too.
Well, let's see them then.
Just nodded at me.
I'm gonna go stand while you're doing your thing. I'm gonna stand kind of protectively between Melody and the basketball.
So you are just trying to reveal?
Yeah.
Okay.
This would be brains.
Yeah, probably. Let's say that will be could happen not naturally. 6. 6. How many times have you done something like this?
I don't know that. Wait, we did something like this before, didn't we?
No, maybe.
We,
I
the
don't,
two of us did. But don't
yeah, I
think
don't think
for
I
it.
did. Okay, so yeah, probably.
But you
it's-
can also have done it like in your like it doesn't have
Yeah,
to be
it can be
something
in your
done.
class.
It feels
Yeah.
like Dam would have taught you how to
Yeah.
reveal hidden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
As
Yeah.
long as you're not.
Let's-
Oh, I thought you meant specifically looking through dimensions. That's why I was like, that's
Oh.
what I thought
Let's
for doing
say
it free
this is
time.
you're gonna have to beat a 9.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to make him visible in this reality.
Just see who it is. Yeah.
Come on.
What did you do to your
5 and a
dice?
1. That's 6. I know my dice are really hating me today. So.
Did
I
you
don't
bring
know.
a different set?
No, this is the set I was using last
I
time.
love you enough. Do you want to borrow one?
Yeah, I'll use different dice.
You can
Yeah.
use my very, very pretty
Which is
dice.
very sad. Well, I'm using my Quiddy dice. and
Oh.
This is, yeah, they're probably mad at me because Abria doesn't have time to hang out with me anymore. I'm just kidding. I love you, Abria.
Yeah.
But please hang out with me. I miss you.
Probably still. Well, no, she's probably over her COVID by now. But
Yeah, I think so.
You don't reveal anything. In fact, Melody, what you were seeing blinks out, and the ball just like
Oh,
falls.
they're gone now. I don't see them anymore.
Okay, that didn't work.
But that might mean that this place, like coming here, was right because obviously the different dimensions are kind of overlapping or wrapped together or something's weird.
So yeah, maybe this is where it all started.
It's definitely, yeah, that we left out for that part. But yeah, it's definitely where a lot of it started. Except
Oh.
we're supposed to go to the shop room.
But it does explain why Michelle is so much a focal point because she might have been there when it happened.
Yeah, if she was in that classroom. Wow.
Okay, so let's go find the shop room.
You don't need to do any magic for that. There's a map of the school.
Nice.
And the shop is just
Is that
across.
the fire escape map? That's
Yeah.
like-
The shop is like just across in the building, just across the way. You just have to kind of trot across. It's snowing pretty heavily here. You're leaving footprints, but who cares? You
Yeah.
know, you're in Wausau, Wisconsin. Why would anyone ever think to look here? Except this is the seat of all magical power in the universe.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, no. Yes. So,
I'm gonna grab that basketball before we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it with
do
me.
like a mad duck on it.
do just a quick brains roll. Beat a 10.
I rolled a 10, so we'll see. Nope, a 2.
Okay,
It's
great.
basketball.
Yeah.
It's, so,
It's just
it
a basketball.
it's so different than a mage ball.
Yeah. It's fun.
It's fun.
I think in Mage Ball you have to enchant to make it bounce.
There you
In
go.
fact, it's not on its own.
It's also
Wow.
a lot harder. Yeah, it's like a giant.
Well, you have to
bucket.
hit you in the head. They're very hard.
Yeah.
I guess you would know that, wouldn't you?
So you're going into the shop.
and do we see that cabinet anywhere?
The inside of the shop
Yeah.
is burnt. It's
Oh.
completely burnt out, empty. There's not really anything in here.
Oh.
Looks like there was a fire here at some point.
This is not what I expected. Oh.
Oh, but this makes sense because this happened in the past. So we need to go back in time before the fire happened.
Okay. Can we see anything in the realities?
Like I've got
Are
my
you touching the stone?
yeah.
Yeah. There's that figure again. He looks at you and, well, I shouldn't say he. They look at you and
Yeah,
give a little wave.
that figure's waving again. I feel like we should try and talk to them.
Hello, basketball person.
I'm gonna wave back.
Gives you like finger guns.
What does this mean?
They're
That means-
bisexual.
Oh,
Well, that's why they're sitting so weird. Oh, that makes so much more sense now. Is there any sort of like detect good and evil type thing? Like I can kind of like detect this person's malicious, or
I mean, you can come up with a spell that does that.
yeah. I think I'm gonna like do like an almost like a magical intuition,
Okay.
just like a magical vibe check essentially.
Okay. 6. Have you done something like this before?
No, I'm gonna say I haven't. That seems like a thing I wouldn't have thought to do.
Have
I
you
don't-
read about it?
I think I've read about it.
Okay.
Are
So
you
beat
in
a
Dan
9.
class?
I have been. I took DAM at my old school.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Beat a 9, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Would this be brain or charm?
I
I'd say
would,
brain.
I would say brain.
It's like picking up something is versus.
Evaluating.
I think
yeah.
charm is more if I'm creating a vibe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got. You said to beat a 9.
Mhm.
I already spent my mercy tokens. No, I get an 8.
Oh,
I have-
can. Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have an adversity token for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just can see what you're doing, and you actually want to just turn a little bit to the left.
I know what I'm doing, Chandler, and then I do it. Like I try to do I didn't notice him telling me to do it, but I definitely.
Yeah, there it is. You got it.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
I know,
I don't forget that I won the duel.
So what is the effect here? Does it just tell you the vibe of this person?
Yeah, I think maybe like I'm gonna say since it's a vibe check, I think like it like maybe like gives them maybe like I think you know what it is. I read their aura, like so if they're like hostile or malicious towards us or in general, like maybe it's like a darker aura. But if it's like if they're like peaceful or neutral, like it's like either like gray or whitish or whatever.
This person bears you no ill will. They are not hostile. They are not malicious. They are in terrible danger.
Well, whoever they are, I think we actually need to help them.
Oh, what if we use that spell that we use on your phone on the basketball, but backwards?
The one with the arm.
Yeah,
Oh,
because he was using the basketball, right?
right.
So maybe we can make him drawn to the basketball, and it'll pull him here.
maybe I don't know if we even need to do that. Like, didn't Professor grab his wife like through? Just grab her.
He
For
might
Belle?
know-
That's
That works too.
He might know how he was doing it. We
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know.
But yeah, we should definitely use the basketball.
It's like a
You-
channel.
Like an anchor. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try it.
Okay.
So like maybe we all hold on to the basketball,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna like hold
I just
the.
picture Space Jam. Like we all lost our talent. No.
I'm gonna hold the stone like underneath the basketball,
Okay.
and then like put out my hand to the person.
Right. Remind me what we had you roll, like what this if you remember it all. It's fine if you don't. 6. You've done it before. Yeah, just beat a 6
For
on flight, I think, for magic.
oh, on flight for
Yeah.
to do the travel
Yeah,
magic.
basically you're trying to bring someone
Oh, yeah.
here. Yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm just gonna take the automatic success.
Okay.
I'm a coward.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
But like I also feel like we've had time to plan for a minute, and
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
I don't want to make big flashy magic. I
You
just
have a
like
lot of help. Yeah.
do the thing, gently walk this way.
Yeah. It's
Head towards the light.
Yes.
yeah, as this person steps closer and closer to you and to the basketball, you see the boy from the vision with the kind of
Yeah.
dark and spiky black hair, pale, and looks just sort of has a dour expression, is wearing like, very goth, kind of has a sulky air as he walks toward you, and he becomes a little bit more real with every step. And he reaches out to touch the basketball. And something's going to happen when he touches it, but I want to give you all a chance to like.
Hmm.
Oh, I think that's Curtis. Oh no, I think we're the reason. Oh no.
That's,
What?
That's not. Why are you calling me that?
That's not your name? Oh, good.
Touches the basketball, disappears.
Oh.
Like gets sucked into the basketball, to be more clear.
Oh.
It's just like that movie I saw where the goblins stole the basketball players.
Knock on the door.
I thought basketball was fake for that movie.
I think isn't school supposed to be closed here too? Don't not like the non-magical people
No,
take.
no.
not
This
my biggest
person is
concern right now.
really like.
I'm gonna do the see through the door thing again.
Sure. Let's see. What was that
It was
before?
brains.
Yeah,
I think you made. I think you made it. It was pretty low. I think it was like an 8.
Yeah, this is you've done it before. Now let's make it a 6.
6. Okay.
Look at me. Look at me GMing.
All right. That was a flat 6. A 3 and a 3.
Okay, great. So, yeah, we know what happens. You are able to see through the wall, and it's Michelle.
Of course it's and I walk over like annoyed, and I open
Hey.
the door and I'm like, "Hello,
Oh,
Michelle.
those- oh
What
my
a shock
God,
you
they're all over the school, and I just got back, and my parents. They have my parents. They have my little sister. They have my
What
dog.
are you
They're
doing
coming-
here?
I came home because they're at the school. They're trying to take over. They're
Oh,
trying to
Come in here.
get
Come in
me.
here.
Come in.
It's fine. It's fine.
Also, don't be mean to her. She's been through a lot.
Okay, but I'm just like, I'm a little freaked out
Okay, but
because.
you don't yell at someone who's dealing with trauma.
Well, I'm dealing with trauma. Don't yell at me.
Maybe we don't
Fair
also talk
point.
about her like just not in the room.
Gosh, yeah, I'm right here.
Melody's
Everybody.
just gonna like hug
What
Michelle.
happened to the shop? Oh my gosh, the shop is like all fired and
We were
stuff.
hoping you might know that.
We think there was a fire.
Oh yeah, is that so?
Did you know a bloke named Curtis?
No, I've never met anyone named Curtis in my life.
He
Did
was
you
in his
know-
shop class with you?
No.
I'm gonna try to use magic to, similar to earlier when I made the image of myself.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do like a drawing in the air of like my best memory of the boy we just saw.
Okay. Okay.
So that would probably be charm.
Charm, and let's make that. I'm just gonna make that an 8. It doesn't seem like it would be that.
Okay. Well, it seems like it would actually be very tough because I just rolled snake eyes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Have you ever heard The Cure?
I've been looking so long at pictures of you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very flattered, but I'm actually someone else.
You like whatever you're doing,
Yeah.
just like kind of fizzle.
It's so wrong. Like instead of being spiky hair, it's like
Yeah.
a longer, curlier hair. Instead of the scar being on his neck, it's on his forehead like an asshole.
Yeah. Who is that?
So I only saw him for like a moment, and I didn't like get a great memory of what he looked like. So I like
Kind
get
of
rid
the
of it.
kid
Is-
we just saw who was a little ghosty.
Oh, oh,
You have to almost believe that they're real.
oh, wait. Wait. I know this. I know who that is. I know who that is.
Do you?
And go.
That's Harry Potter.
Wait.
You just drew Harry Potter. That's fun.
What? Who's
Harry
that?
Potter.
Does
Like
he-
from the
What are you talking about?
books?
Does he play basketball?
No, he's like a wizard and he goes to a school and like they
It's like a
learn-
lot of people we know. It's not really that specific.
No, like-
It's like all of us.
Okay, so like I didn't know what magic was, and then like I read about Harry Potter, and I was like, well, if magic's real, then I'd like to know more about it. You've all heard of those books, right? They're very popular.
They're like an instruction manual?
Yeah,
I
I thought we didn't like let moles know about magic.
Are they sorry, out of character question. Are they popular in our
They don't
world or
exist in
reality?
your world.
Okay.
We
right.
established last week that
Right?
we live in the Beatles yesterday universe where there's no Harry Potter and no Beatles.
Okay, whatever version of Michelle you were talking to, she comes from the universe where Harry Potter exists.
Confirming, also
Like a
not my
dozen
universe.
Also not your
Okay.
universe, Yeah. You're in some weird Salem Witch Trials cosplay. Like
So I still have the stone, so
Yeah.
so she's probably, is she lighting up like a weird color?
no. Michelle just looks like Michelle. In fact, she doesn't even like when you look at your friends, they're kind of a little bit translucent. Like if Daphne like held her hand up, you'd see through it just a bit. Michelle's solid. Like, and that's the way it's always been when you've been in a space with the stone. People there with you, unless they're Chandler and lighting up red, you
Got
know, you just can kind of see through them, so you can like get us guys. But yeah, Michelle's like solid. Let's say gold.
Okay, so yeah. Michelle is, you are very special.
Thank you.
You're, she's like golden.
like Harry Potter.
And she's, I think, from all of the realities at the same time.
The door blows open.
Oh.
And there's like 3 robed figures standing in it. You recognize tall Hexbreaker, Professor Joe. You don't know who the third is. It's just some guy. Like it's not like a secret. It's just some guy.
NPC.
Yeah.
Hexbreaker
It's
number
Nathan
3.
Patrick Charles, NPC.
Yeah. We'll see
Let's
if we
just
get...
do a quick, like, 15-minute scene where we establish this character's backstory, okay?
Right, yeah.
No.
He's one of the many names that, like, in a certain book series would just get randomly on a page. You're supposed to, like, act like you're supposed to know who that's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's like the person who doesn't, like the actor who doesn't actually have any lines, so they don't get residuals for the show. They're just like,
Yeah.
I got to play Hexbreaker number 3. Do you remember the scene? I was right next to so and
That
so.
was me.
He's definitely a jerk about it, like a comic shop
Ah.
too. Like, I was actually in the scene with that guy. That's fine.
They're looking. Of course, I should have expected to see all of you. The tall Hexbreaker holds out his hand and says, "It's time to come home, sweetheart," to Michelle.
She's not going anywhere with
I
you.
don't want to go. No, don't make me go with you.
I'm just gonna try to do the force blast to them all.
Okay,
And
cool.
protect Michelle.
Yeah, that I think we said that was a 9.
Yeah.
Sounds right to me. Why not? You're doing it to more people. Too,
Yeah, I rolled a 9. I rolled 6 and a 3.
so. Okay.
I keep rolling
So-
exactly on the number tonight, which is wild.
So I'm gonna say you can pick one of the people to just like blow away.
Oh, Karen Joe.
And the other two just kind of like stumble backward. But yeah, Karen Joe,
Who's the one that said you're coming with us, sweetheart?
tall Hexbreaker.
That's who I go for.
Okay.
then.
Yeah.
Hexbreaker number 3.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Tall Mustache Man who already has lost an arm tonight.
Yeah. But if he's the one who's like leading the threat, I think I would probably, and we've already been fighting him, so
Yeah.
I think as much as I really don't like Karen Joe, I think I would know to go for the biggest threat
He
right now.
flies backward all the way back to the gym where he collides with the wall. He knocks the other two over. They just fall into the snow, so they could just have to pick themselves up. But it really hurts.
Quick, grab the basketball. And I grabbed Michelle too. Like, so we're all doing. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try and focus because I've got the thing now on the kid in the basketball and where they came from.
Okay.
And try and take us there.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a traveling spell. It's going to be instantaneous. You cast a spell a few times before, so that's a 1. This bends the rules reality 6, and it's a lot of you, so I'm going to say you do have to beat an 11.
Okay. And I'm gonna do the one where we kind of fall through the browser rather than making a portal.
Mhm.
That way they can't hopefully follow us. Well,
Mhm.
we'll see. 13. Uh-oh. 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay. All right.
What number did you say?
Yeah, you beat it.
Okay, good.
And
11. Okay.
So tell me like what it looks like.
I feel like it's almost like turning the page in a book,
Mhm.
or you know what it is? It's like when you're flipping like the old school animation, and there's 2 slides that are like almost identical, but there's just a couple little things that are different, and it's like the characters like that instead. So it's almost we just like flip the cell of animation, and things change. Like they disappear. Maybe they're still there. I don't know.
Imagine the magic touch things at bars. Like, what's different with these photos?
Yeah, like that. And then so we're still standing in the exact same place, but in hopefully this kid's version of this place.
Yeah, he's there. He's watching. He's really bored by what's happening. Mr. Stapleton is like reaching back in this cabinet and like, it's like, there's something weird back here. Curtis, come here, help me. Curtis is like, and then he looks around at all of you and is like, oh, hi. Melody, Tanager, Daphne, Chandler, can you like just sign in on, because I think you got here a little late. Can you just sign in?
Yeah.
Sure.
Great.
Supposed to stop him?
Go fill in. Go fill in the thing.
Were you about to reach into that cabinet?
Yeah.
I think we have to let him. I don't.
I grab someone's water bottle that might be on the table and spill it on him to distract him.
You know, one trick. I know it will though.
I'm not even gonna make you roll. It worked. Oh my! Chandler, you got water all over me.
It was the bet. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Can I help?
I'm just picturing this kid just going like, like picking up a glass.
Yeah,
and
you
doing
can
it.
go get some paper towels. That's really
Yeah, that's
good.
a good
While
idea.
while he's distracted with Chandler, I'm gonna try to reach in and grab that green thing from the cabinet.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. You're good. Like holding on to that is going to be very difficult. So I'm gonna have you roll whichever is higher, brawn or grit, and you need to
Brawn.
beat a 15.
Okay. Okay.
This Stapleton's just like a big beefy guy.
Yeah.
Fair.
He's my boyfriend.
Okay, so that's a 6. So I roll again. So it's 7 right now.
Oh no! Man down.
Suspense. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll find it after. Okay, roll it over here. This is that. Now it's
That's what
with bad
you get
luck.
for rolling Matt Gray die.
Okay, so that's a 11 total. So I didn't quite
Alright.
get there.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Darn it.
magical
can
how you have
feel
dice
it. It's
that match the
really,
carpet.
it's really
I know.
hot. It's really, really
Okay.
hot.
So I think I actually I think my hand starts burning as I'm holding it. So I think I'm able to do it for a little bit, but like, which is why the first one exploded essentially, and then while it's like my hand starts to burn and I
Yeah.
drop it.
I think we have to let Mr. Stapleton get in the cabinet because, I mean, Santa Claus?
I don't know if that makes sense, Easter Bunny.
The door opens to the shop, like it just blasts open.
Okay.
But like it's not like magical, it's just like the door flies open. You know,
Okay.
like somebody opened it really hard. You see tall mustachioed man, but he's like wearing a seed corn cap and just regular clothes.
It's a me, Wario.
He like looks over at Curtis and is like, "Come home, son. What are you doing here?" And like
Wait, is he the tall Hexbreaker guy, but like a different version of him?
sure looks like him.
Ooh,
He's
I'm
like,
already in trouble. I'm gonna tackle him.
okay.
We throw more water on him.
Wait. Okay, let's be gentle with the tables.
That's
It
my
works out.
My fault. Sorry.
It was you and then Joey also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why you two need to stay separated.
Putting you at the same table. Okay. So I still have the stone in my hand. Like, does he look like the weird hexbreaker in the trucker gap? Like, does he look?
The stone doesn't work here. This is a non-magical universe.
Ah.
Magic doesn't work here. You're playing kids on bikes.
No.
Oh my god.
It was.
You can, however, tackle him and spill water on people.
Melody just clutches her phone, which is totally normal for a high school, and just like, oh no, there's no magic.
Ooh,
Wait, somebody said this is the creation of all magic. This is the center of all magic. Wait, was that said in character, or was that you as the GM saying it to us?
I don't remember. Let's say that you know it.
Okay.
Why not?
So if this is the creation of all magic, and that universe is what caused Jeff Stapleton to become Santa Claus, like magic, this has to finish so that we can have magic back.
Yeah.
Sequin cap guy is like, son, Curtis, get over here
What is
right
and is he talking?
now.
Sorry, is he talking to Goth Boy?
Uh-huh.
That okay? So that is Curtis.
And I mean, Jeff Stapleton already called him Curtis. So.
Yes. Okay.
And so Curtis rolls his eyes and looks over and says, I'm in shop class, Dad. And then screams because the Hexbreaker man is flickering in and out of reality and just shoved a knife into his neck.
Oh.
And then suddenly, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna
I don't
yell.
want to cut you off.
Yeah, I was gonna yell for Mr. Stapleton. Is he still by the cabinet?
No, he's over there getting dried off.
Damn it. All right, I'm gonna go reach into the cabinet,
Okay.
try to pull out the universe.
Roll me brawn,
You have done it before.
brawn or something 15. Brawn, whichever's higher, brawn or grit. Beat 15.
Grit, for sure. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna try and help. Can I help?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna help by like shouting at you. Maybe your magic still works here.
Oh.
because it's like
Yeah.
of the earth and stuff, and the earth exists here.
Right.
I'm gonna say.
Not for long, if you're not
Yeah.
careful.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
do I roll?
Uh.
Do I roll to give him a +1?
No, just-
Spilling
you can
water
just
on
give him a
someone, it's
+1.
great.
+1. Okay. All right. Grit
That'll solve it.
and but this is not a
It's not
magical
magic,
roll.
it's not a
right?
magic roll.
Okay.
Like you will have to relearn how to use magic if you get stuck here.
What is that? That is a 12.
12.
Yes,
Plus
it's a
one
12.
from,
That's a
plus
12.
one from Kimmy.
Melody. Yeah.
Plus 1
13.
is 13. Yeah. So you said I need a 15.
Yeah, you can spend adversity tokens, one per player if anyone has.
I
them.
have
I'm out.
one.
I have
Does
one.
anybody-
I'll
You
send one
already
to-
helped.
Oh, okay.
So if
Do you have any?
has one-
Oh, you know what? I do have one because I failed that roll with the grabbing the thing. So I'll give you my one that I
Right.
just earned. Yeah.
You loosened it for me.
Yeah.
Okay, then that is a 15.
Okay.
Barely.
You're holding
So-
on to this thing. It's very, very, very hot.
It's like maybe radioactive, or it could be a universe.
It's there's like gloves nearby, those like welder's gloves.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you just pull one on and you can like
Yeah.
like I think I set up that Jeff Stapleton was wearing them.
Yeah.
It's like, and you suddenly you're back when you first got here, and you're not holding it anymore. You have like you've saved Curtis's life because you've reset time basically.
Okay.
You've looped back.
Oh no.
Oh.
And Jeff Stapleton's like, what is back in here? I just gotta see.
I just moved the glass of water a little bit further away from
Yeah.
where Taylor is.
Did all of us move back?
Yep.
Yep.
You are all you're all aware of this, and Curtis is like, what the?
Yeah.
What just happened?
We'll go sign in. You find whatever that thing is in the cabinet.
Okay, great.
Curtis, can you come help us catch up since we were late?
Door flies open. Son.
I tackle Curtis.
Okay, you're gonna tackle Curtis.
Yeah, so knowing that when the guy is going to
Mhm.
appear, I tackle him so that way he's not standing where he was. when
Okay,
this thing-
great. Roll me fights.
Wait, you're tackling Curtis or the
Curtis. I'm trying to prevent him being standing
Curtis, yeah, Curtis is not very Curtis is classic goth, so you just have to beat a 6.
Oh,
That's a 19 plus 120.
I thought the mustachio guy killed him his in universe self. Not
A
Curtis.
different
He stabbed
universe's
Curtis.
mustachio guy killed this universe's Curtis.
Curtis. Okay. All right. So okay.
To explain the fiction to you, he keeps skipping out of reality because his alternate self is here.
Yeah.
Um,
But we don't.
Yeah, you
Yes.
don't know that. I know that though. That was Michelle's voice. What's that all about?
Very meta.
That's just my normal voice. So you Curtis goes down hard, and you something falls out of his pocket, and he's scrambling for it, but he can't get to it. But he goes down hard. I can have you narrate that, but that's what
Yeah,
happens.
I reach. What I'll narrate is I'll reach for whatever it was that came out of his pocket
Okay,
to see what it is.
you want to look
If
at
it's
it?
so important. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's a a necklace. It has script name, and the name is Michelle.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
He's like, give me that back. That's mine. Please, just give me that back, okay, Daphne? Just give me that back. I know. Just give me it back, okay? Just give me it back.
All right. Look, I'm not. I was just trying to. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I think I just saved your life.
Yeah. He, as you are laying on the floor, you can see the skittery, but looks around, doesn't see any, then spots Curtis, starts to head for him.
I will tackle him.
Okay. Roll me fights and beat he's skipping an hour reality, so
fights, okay.
roll beat a 12.
Okay.
Well, if you have a different skill you want to use,
Ron?
yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna have to throwing water.
That's a 12.
You just got it. Tell me how you
11 plus
tell me
1.
how you just get it.
So,
Bonus points if you work in spilling water.
oh no, I was going to go for the glass that Daphne had moved.
Mhm.
Be like, I'll just splash water on him. That works.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't there, so I had to improvise.
I like to imagine you grabbed it and just smashed him in the face with a glass.
I actually like that a lot. I like that a lot. I think that's exactly what happens. Is I went for what I thought was the full glass of water and it was empty. Like, all right, and then yeah, just kind of crash him over the head with the glass
Yeah,
of.
he blinks out of reality.
As
Yeah,
oh sorry,
go ahead.
has Stapleton pulled the thing from the cabinet yet?
He's in the process of doing so, but like he has stopped and is looking back, like his hand point, because like a lot of weird shit is happening
Yeah.
right now. You know,
Mhm.
why quit? No, why are you all?
What is
fighting?
that, Mr. Stapleton? Pull it out so we can see it.
Last time I checked, all adults had to go through the front office. I didn't know who this was, so I thought I should act.
Curtis, come home. See, the cap guy is still here. It's time for you to go home. We need to go and visit your mother.
Curtis is not going with you. And
I mean,
and I just like plant myself in front of him.
Who are you?
My name's Tanager. Who are you?
I feel like Curtis should go with him, so he's not in this room anymore.
He's mean.
He's gonna leave this room.
I say to Curtis, I go, do you feel safe with your father? Is he mean? Does he hurt you?
He's fine.
I don't know. He seems pretty cutthroat to me.
Not this dad.
His other dad.
Are we supposed to be letting Curtis die or not letting Curtis die?
Did you say that?
What? Yeah.
What? Let me. What are you talking about my son like that for?
What? No, I'm just like,
Video games. We're talking about video games. Whether we're gonna like let the characters die or not. You get many lives in video games.
yeah,
Curtis,
you
like,
know,
get
video
away
games.
from me. You're all being so weird. What is
Yes, we are
going on?
Very
right now?
strange.
Don't tell anyone.
Well, it's not my place.
Thanks.
So we letting Curtis go?
I guess.
Yeah, it's his consent. He wants to go, so we have to
I'll
let
go
him.
It's fine. I'll go with my dad. Whatever just happened is super weird, but
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Stapleton, what's that in the cabinet you're reaching for?
I swear to God, this is the worst day. I'm even going to drink so many pasts when I get home.
Y'all a blue ribbon.
So he's reaching a
Well
bullet out,
fair.
and that is
I
when
hope you like milk and cookies.
he has his hand on it and then pulls it back out. It's very bright, and Hexbreaker Man blips back in and just like makes a blind dash for Curtis. And what time is it? Oh, well, you know what? Makes a blind dash for Curtis, and a hand reaches out of the sky, stops it, and the hand is glowing bright gold.
Oh.
And Michelle steps through and is like, "Oh, for God's sake, everybody, quit being so crazy about this." And as she tosses her hair, just like, glamorous, heroic style, you see glowing at the base of her neck a lightning bolt tattoo or wound. That's where we're going to leave it. Next week, we're going to do something very different. We are going to play a different game. Thank you, everyone.
But still part of the story,
It's
right?
still part of this story.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
It's gonna be a surprise.
Yeah, it's going to be a surprise. I'll tell you all after. We're off camera.
It's so good.
That was session. That was session 6 of Hexbreakers. I have been your GM, Emily. Thank you to our chat moderators, who include Dorklord Canada, I think.
Yep. And
And-
James V.
And James V. Thank you so much for keeping an eye on everything in the chat. We deeply appreciate it. Kimmy, what have folks been saying in the chat this evening?
They had a lot of fun talking about like different ideas for what was happening. They thought it was very funny that Melody bought stuff in T-shirts
Mhm.
instead of, and that's how she measured money.
Mhm.
They
Yeah,
were amused
That
by
was
that.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are disappointed that we didn't try the magic words "please" and "thank you." When
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
so those were magic words that we forgot to try
Yeah.
and use.
You
Well, you take Sesame Street off TV. People don't learn magic words.
Yes.
please, if you want to support us on Patreon, we do appreciate that. That's at happyjacks.org/Patreon, I
Yep.
believe.
Yep.
And yeah, let's go around the table. I've been Emily St. James. I am on Twitter at twitter.com/EmilyBDW. You can find my writing everywhere. And of course, I'm here every Wednesday night playing with this wonderful crew of players. And we're going to go this way around the table this time. Kimmy, where can people
Woohoo.
find you?
You can find me at Happy Jacks RPG everywhere. You can also find me at Golden Lasso Girl. I'm here every Wednesday night for this game. I'm here every Friday night for the advice show. And coming up on September 3rd, which is not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, I will be at Strategicon for the first time, trying to run games with lots of masks. I'm actually taking air filters for my...
Ooh.
Yeah, I have like 4 industrial size air filters from my classroom that I'm going to be lugging up, putting on a wagon, and taking into my room in the con. Not my room, but like the room where I'm running the games at the con. And in my N95
So
covered
impressive.
face,
Yeah.
dedicated to the safety, I will be running Starscape twice. So if you're going to
Nice.
Strategicon, I think it's Game Mix. I don't remember the name of this one. Whatever it is, you can go sign up at strategicon.net, and you can sign up for my game, which I'm sure has spots in it because I literally added it to the calendar like 2 days ago.
I have played Starscape once. I played a space therapist, which was fun. And when I was
Amazing.
done with it, I went and told my wife, there's a mechanic in this game that I think is revolutionary. So you have to play to find out what it is.
You did?
Mm.
You have to tell me what it is. Don't tell me right now. Like, spoil it.
Adam, say hi to our friends.
Hi, friends. I am Adam, and I have been Adam this whole time as well. And you can find me at Hoobuk, HOOBUK, on Instagram, and a little bit on Twitter. I don't post much on Twitter, but when I do, it's comedy gold, even though only 4 people ever see it. Anyway, but yeah, please feel free to interact with me on the socials. I'm also on Facebook. If you're with our Happy Jacks group on there, I will sometimes talk. And otherwise, I'm here playing this. I have another game with the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer that's going to be starting within a few months. So we'll have more to announce at some other point. But
Right. Right.
Hey everybody, I'm Riley Silverman. You can find me on Twitter at Riley J. Silverman or on Instagram at Riley Silverman. My Star Wars books are coming out soon. I think actually the Tatooine book is showing up in some bookstores now because somebody posted about it on Twitter.
oh, cool.
So I think it's still mass releasing in 2 weeks, but books are weird. And also, on my Doctor Who live actual play podcast, The Game of Rassilon, we are about midway through our 4th season where I took over as GM this season. And we had a pretty cool lore dump episode happen this week. We have a couple more really fun, wacky episodes coming up over the next couple of episodes that are going to drop every 2 weeks. So check that out. I'm very excited about the work we've done with it so far.
Cool.
I'd like to point out, just before Joey does his thing, because we're besties now, I wore a Doctor Who shirt for Riley, and Riley wore a Daughter of Themyscira shirt for me tonight, just because.
And we didn't plan it.
We did not plan it.
I'll know that we're besties when you wear a Taylor Swift shirt, okay? So,
That's like a third of a hotel room.
Joey.
I can't top that.
I had a Taylor Swift shirt, but it disappeared.
Oh. I'm Joey, and I am hoping to still be Joey next week. We'll find out. You can find me on all the socials at Feywild85, FEYWILDE85. This is my only current project because I'm working on a much bigger project that'll be over at the beginning of October, and I'm very, very excited about it. Also very excited for it to be over. But after that, keep an eye on the socials, and hopefully there'll be more coming soon.
Yes.
That's literally how my wife talks about the baby we're having.
Just wanted to be over.
It's gonna be over in November. Yeah. So that's our crew. We will be back next week for session 7. And thank you so much for joining us this evening, and we will see you then. Bye.
Bye.